to win a $10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hello and welcome to Corbett Field as we are about ready to get set for Game 3 of 3 here between the Pierre Trappers and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. The Sabre Dogs have picked up games 1 and 2 of this series, have moved to 22-9 on the year. Meanwhile, the Trappers 9-20. Not only that, the Sabre Dogs have taken all 5 of the games they have faced off against the Trappers Ball Club this year. They look to make it 6 tonight and make it back-to-back series sweeps here at Corbett Field against this Trappers Ball Club. Not only that, but with the win last night, they secured their 5th consecutive series win. It was a ball game in which they scored 20 runs for the 3rd time this year, 10 or more runs for the 16th time this year. Your line score 7 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors for the Trappers, 20 runs on 14 hits, 2 errors for the Sabre Dogs. And the big frame for them was the bottom half of the 3rd inning where they batted around twice. They sent 18 men to the plate, brought around 12 runs to score. And the long ball was one of the big narratives from last night's ball game. It got started off early with a bang. Caden Schwabe, the first batter for the Sabre Dogs of the night, left the yard for his first home run of the year, hitting a screaming line drive over the base, or I should say over the right field wall and straightaway right. His first home run of the year, RBI number 15. He was 1 for 3 in total last night. Not only that, but man, oh man, did Ethan Moore have an evening yesterday. He went 4 for 6, 3 legs of the cycle, a single, a double, and then 2 home runs, 7 RBIs on the night as well. He's now hitting .217. That boosts his average up by over 30 points, where it entered in yesterday at a .182. Not only that, but the 5 home runs lead the ball club as well. He also has driven in 28 RBIs on the year. He's in the top 10 in the Expedition League in that category. Pitching was very good as well. Trevor Ernst put together his 3rd consecutive quality start, tossing 6 innings, allowing 6 hits on 2 runs. Both of them earned no walks. Big adjustment for him there, and 5 strikeouts. He now moves to 3-0 on the year with a 1.50 ERA. Jackson Kirkpatrick would follow with 2 innings, allowing 2 earned runs, and then Jaden Schaefer, a position player, closed things out, allowing 3 runs in 1 inning of work. For the Trappers, it was Torvey who was pinned with the loss, his 2nd consecutive loss against this Sabre Dogs ball club. Went 2 2/3, allowed 12 runs, just 6 of them earned, the ERA now at 8-7, and then it didn't get much better after that. Parker Lewis tossing an inning in the 3rd, allowing 6 runs, 3 of them earned. Again, errors were an issue for the Trappers last night, 3 of them to be exact, 2 from the Sabre Dogs last night as well. Now looking forward here into tonight, hello and welcome to Corbett Field as we are about ready to get set for Game 3 of 3 here between the Pierre Trappers and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. The Sabre Dogs have picked up games 1 and 2 of this series, have moved to 22-9 on the year. Meanwhile, the Trappers 9-20. Not only that, the Sabre Dogs have taken all 5 of the games they have faced off against this Trappers Ball Club this year. They look to make it 6 tonight and make it back-to-back series sweeps here at Corbett Field against this Trappers Ball Club. Not only that, but with the win last night, they secured their 5th consecutive series win. It was a ball game in which they scored 20 runs for the 3rd time this year, 10 or more runs for the 16th time this year. Your line score 7.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. Your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night, so break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m., so see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs.
Hello and welcome to Corbett Field. We're about ready to say play ball here in Minot, North Dakota. Game 3 of 3 between the Pierre Trappers and the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight. First for your home side in the Sabre Dogs, announced by head coach Alex Mccollum. Leading off in left field will be Caden Schwabe, followed by Alan Greer in right field. Bo Brewer will bat 3rd at first base. Ethan Moore, after his big night last night, will clean up at second base. Colin Hannigan, a hot hitting backstop, will bat 5th behind the plate. Dalton Bullinger, 3rd baseman, will bat 6th. Gunnar McGrath McGran, the shortstop, will bat 7th, making his first start in the Sabre Dogs uniform. Lance McDonald will be your DH tonight, batting 8th, and Reese Anderson will round out the 9 in center field. Now for the visiting side of things, announced by head coach Monterio May, the Pierre Trappers. Bennett Osborne, his 3rd straight start, will lead off in left field, followed by Patrick Connor, who got the day off yesterday. He'll bat 2nd at shortstop. Eric Mast, your center fielder, will bat 3rd. Colin Adams will clean up behind the dish after 2 home runs last night, 3 home runs in this series through the first 2 contests. Ty Stoss, the second baseman, will bat 5th, followed by Tyler Skelton, the DH. Brendan Perez, the first baseman, will bat 7th. Braden Cordes, the former Big Stick, 8th at third base. And Richard Williams will bat 9th in right field. On the bump for Souris Valley this evening, making his 4th start of the year, will be Minot State product Dominic Parkhurst. 2-0 record this year with a 5.02 ERA. 17 strikeouts, 7 walks on 9 hits allowed in 14 1/3 of an inning's work. Opponents just hitting a meager 170 against him so far this year. His last outing was a tough one, went 1 inning against the Fremont Moo, allowed 4 runs on a hit, 3 walks, no strikeouts, tossed 36 pitches in that one frame. But if you erase that one start, through his first 2 outings at a 2.7 ERA, back-to-back quality starts, got the wins in both, went 7 innings and 6 1/3 respectively, allowing 2 earned runs in each of those outings, combining for 17 strikeouts through those 13 1/3 of an inning's work. So here comes Bennett Osborne, game 3 of 3, another picture-perfect evening here at the ballpark. Just about 90 degrees Fahrenheit here at first pitch, another toasty one here. Going to be even hotter on the turf here for the ball players with the turf here at Corbett Field. Dominic Parkhurst leans it for the side, first base side, the rubber. Osborne, hitting a $127, steps into the right-hander's batter's box. First pitch on the way is just a bit inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, and we are underway here in the Magic City, Minot, North Dakota. Osborne had 6 RBIs in the year, was 0 for 3 yesterday with a run scored. Parkhurst from the stretch, first base side, lifts and delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1, fastball running inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind blowing out gently towards right center field, as it was yesterday. Saw it play a rule, and a couple of balls out to right center field. Ethan Moore leaving the yard. Out almost to straightaway center, 410 feet away. Quite a shot from him. Hit 2 home runs yesterday evening. 1-1 from Parkhurst. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball up and out of the zone that Osborne went after. And Parkhurst is ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with nobody out in the top half of the first inning. So he leans it for the sign. Right foot. Digging into the rubber. Left foot planted right in front of him. He now comes set on 2 feet, kicks, fires, the 1-2 on the way, swinging a soft chopper right side of the infield. Ethan Moore charges, picks in the long hop, throws on the run to first base, and is in time to retire Osborne for out number 1. 4-3 put out on that play. Let's take a look at the starting defense tonight that will man behind Dominic Parkhurst this evening. Left to right in the outfield will be Caden Schwabe, Reese Anderson, and Alan Greer. Dalton Bowling will play at the hot corner at third base. McGran and Moore up the middle, Bo Brewer at first base, and Colin Hannigan will be your backstop for the 2nd straight evening. This is the opening day battery that we saw as the first pitch on the way from Parkhurst is swung on and missed. Patrick Connor out in front of that one for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. That was opening night where Parkhurst put together the most dazzling performance we've seen from a starting pitcher in a Sabre Dogs uniform this year. Tossed 7 innings against the Whiskey Jacks, allowing 2 earned runs, 2 walks to 11 strikeouts. Next pitch on the way, runs inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Patrick Connor hitting .250, no homers, 2 RBIs, 6 stolen bases on the year. Was 1 for 2 yesterday, drew 3 walks. Parkhurst from the stretch, lifts and delivers, low 1-1 on the way. Misses inside, and that's going to hit Connor on what looks to be near the rib cage as he turned his numbers towards the pitcher's mound. Just grazed off of the side of his body, so he'll take first base here. First base runner of the night for either end, as that'll bring up Eric Mast to the plate with a runner at first base and 1 out. Sabre Dogs going with their navy blue tops, white bottoms tonight with the navy blue standard caps. The Trappers going with the road grays. After going with the golden jerseys yesterday, gray bottoms, gray tops, navy blue caps with the golden brims. So Parkhurst looking for a double play ball right here as he comes set, chest high at the stretch. Pauses, now delivers, first pitch, swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Schwabe ranging back towards the trap into the gap in left center field. He'll make the catch on the track for out number 2. Tagging from first and hitting the second is Patrick Connor. He'll get in there with a head first slide. So a hard line drive off the bat of Mast. Schwabe's able to run it down, but a little bit of productivity right there as Connor He's able to tag from first base and advance to second into scoring position. Here with 2 away, and that's big, because that's going to bring up a hot hitter to the plate. And Colin Adams, who has 3 hits in this series, all 3 of those hits home runs. He now has 5 round trippers on the year, 11 RBIs, average up to 321 coming into tonight. Was 2 for 4 last night with those 2 home runs. Parker's from the stretch. Connor takes his lead from second base. First pitch on the way, misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And we saw a lot of long balls yesterday. 4 on both ends combined. 2 from the man at the plate and Colin Adams, and 2 from Ethan Moore, who's your starting second baseman this evening. Parker's from the stretch, first base side. Looks over at second once. Now delivers the 1-0. Breaking ball, runs outside. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Sabre Dogs coming into this evening's affair with a record of 22-9, a 4.5-game lead over the Big Six for first place, but they've already clinched the first half Lewis Division Championship, solidifying their spot in the Division Series this August. Trappers, meanwhile, 9-20. Next pitch on the way, runs inside with a fastball, as that'll hit Adams on the front shoulder, so he'll take first base. Consecutive, or I should say 2 hit batters in this inning, sandwiching the line out to left. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second, that'll bring up Ty Stoss to the plate. So Parkhurst, who struggled with his command in his first inning of work back against the Moo on June 25th, struggling a little bit here as he's hit 2 right-handed hitters. So good spot here for Ty Stoss, who's hitting $154, 6 RBIs in the year, was 1 for 4 yesterday with a run scored. Connor takes his lead from second, Adams from first base. Parkhurst pauses at the chest, delivers the first pitch from the slide step. It's a fastball taken down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here with 2 outs. Just getting underway here at Corbett Field. Scoreless here in the top of the first inning. Trappers threatening here, however. Outfield about, straight up, your arms left to right. Schwabe, Anderson, and Greer. Runner on second base, and Patrick Connor will be going on contact. Parkhurst from the stretch again. Delivers the 1-0. Swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Parkhurst, as we mentioned, this will be his 4th start of the year, 3 of the 4 of which have been here at Corbett Field. A mound he is very familiar with, of course, pitching for the Minot State Beavers this spring, who of course play their home games here at Corbett Field as well. 1-1, run down away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Loud third base dugout tonight here from the Trappers, cheering on their teammates. Again, they need a win, especially after a tough 20-7 loss yesterday. It's the 3rd time this year the Sabre Dogs have scored 20 or more runs. Again, for the team leading the Expedition League in runs scored with 330. Not a surprise, averaging about 10.5 runs per game. Next pitch is swung on and hit high in the air out to deep center field. Anderson sprinting back will camp underneath it deep in left center field to make the catch with 2 hands, as that will retire the side. Loud off the bat of Ty Stoss, but Reese Anderson is able to run it down in left center field. Running to the bottom of the first inning, Sabre Dogs coming up for the first time tonight. Scoreless here at Corbett Field. Caden Schwabe will lead it off when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone. Visit planetpizzaND.com for more details.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone. Visit planetpizzaND.com for more details.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got
Welcome back to Corbett Field, ready to press play here for the bottom of the first inning. Top of the order, of course, do it for the Sabre Dogs here as they'll head to the plate for the first time tonight. Here comes Caden Schwabe having a good night yesterday, 1 for 3 without one hit. Allowed one, a home run back in the first inning that cleared the wall and straightaway right field, his first of the season and in a Souris Valley uniform. Now has 15 RBIs, 33 stolen bags as well, hitting .460, second in the league in hitting so far, just about 30 points or so behind his teammate Bo Brewer. First pitch on the way from Nick Mccollum is a fastball that runs down to way ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Mccollum, this will be his 7th outing of the year, 5th start, 1-2 record with a 6.5 ERA. 36 strikeouts at 27 2/3. So the 1-0 is a fastball that grazes the top of the zone, outside corner, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. He actually started against the Sabre Dogs back on June 20th, a couple Sundays ago, when 5 innings allowed 8 runs, all of them earned 4 hits, 6 walks. Next pitch is a fastball knee high, outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Allowed the grand slam, or I should say was a part of that rally for the Chase Keaton grand slam back a couple Sundays ago. So the 1-2 is on its way, swinging a hard line drive, slashed foul down the third base side. Count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that was a tough outing for him. As we mentioned, allowed 8 earned runs, came into that start with a 3.92 ERA. That jumped about 2 runs to the dot as it went from a 3.92 to a 5.96 after that outing. 1-2, fastball just a bit outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. His last outing was against the Whiskey Jacks on June 27th. Went 2 innings, allowed 3 runs. All of them earned 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Next pitch, swinging a soft liner. Down the left field line, slicing foul. Off the fists of Schwabe as the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The opponents are now slugging .358 against him, hitting .243. It's not too bad right there. As he winds and deals the 2-2 on the way, swinging to make that a 1-2 on the way, swinging a ground ball on the third base side. Nice play by Alex Miklos, the former D1 outfielder, able to make that catch, ranging to his left, spun and threw it back to the first base dugout. Let's get him out at third base here tonight. Mccollum from the wind, shakes once, now nods, turns and tosses. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball runs outside, a bit high, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mccollum, a freshman at Georgia Southwestern State. Originally from Richmond Hill, Georgia. Stands at 5'9", 175 pounds. His payoff pitch on the way, swinging a pop-up straightaway left field. Osborne takes about a step in as he'll camp underneath it to make the catch. Had it played perfectly for out number 1. So a long 8-pitch at-bat for Caden Schwabe. Results in the fly out to left. So I'm going to bring up Alan Greer to the plate, who was 0 for 4, but did have 3 runs scored. Was all over the base paths. Now has 2 homers, 31 RBIs, 24 stolen bags on the year. That homer was his 2nd of the season, or I should say the 2nd home run of the season. Came back on Sunday against Fremont. McCollum nods his head, promptly turns and tosses the first pitch, swinging a hard line drive, foul off to the right side. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Let's take a look at the starting defense tonight for the Trappers. Left to right in the outfield, Osborne, Maston, Williams. Braden Cordes at third base for the first time this series. Connor and Stoss up the middle. Brendan Perez, who we saw pitch last night, over at first base. And Colin Adams will be your backstop. 0-1, fastball, top of the zone, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bo Brewer on deck here, just getting underway. Bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. Trappers threatened with runners at first and second. The first stranded both as the next pitch. A swung on and missed for strike 3. McCollum put a wrinkle on that one as it was running away from the right-handed swinging Alan Greer. So that'll be strikeout number 1 of the night for McCollum. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. Quick, efficient work so far here as that brings up Bo Brewer to the plate. McCollum wasn't terrible against the Sabre Dogs for the first time through the lineup back in his last outing. Sabre Dogs did put 3 runs on the board through his first 4 innings of work, but was able to settle in after giving up a run in the first and 2 in the second. It's the first pitch on the way to Bo Brewer is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Set them down scoreless in the third and fourth, did allow 1 run through 5. So at one point before that 6th inning, which he came out for, had given up 3 runs through 5 innings. As there's a swing to soft chopper up the middle. Connor charges, picks it up, throws to first base. That's in time to retire the side. So Bo Brewer grounds up to short. Good start here for Mccollum as he sits down the top of the Sabre Dogs lineup 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Ready to the top of the 2nd. Live here from Corbett Field. Game 3 of 3 between the Trappers and Sabre Dogs will continue next.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues.
Top half of the 2nd inning, ready to resume play here. Scoreless between the Trappers and the Sabre Dogs. 6, 7, and 8 due up here against Dominic Parkhurst, who was able to battle through some command struggles in that 1st inning after hitting both Patrick Connor and Colin Adams. Was able to induce a flyout to fairly deep left center field off the bat of Ty Stoss. So here's Tyler Skelton, the DH, to lead it off here, hitting .347, 11 RBIs. Was 1 for 4 yesterday with the bases on balls. Parkhurst from the stretch, his first pitch, fastball, down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Your umpires tonight, Tony Archina manning the field. Currently down the first base line, Paul Sedicase, the man behind the dish, your home plate umpire tonight, who we saw in Game 1. Righty on right, Parkhurst fires the 1-0. Fastball at the knees, outside corner, good spot, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Trappers just trying to muster 1 win in this series. The season series, the Sabre Dogs are 5-0, have swept it so far. As Parkhurst comes set, lifts and delivers the 1-1. Swinging a line drive over the head of the shortstop and McGran in left center field for a base hit. Anderson will get it back in quickly. A single for Tyler Skelton. First hit by either side tonight comes for the Trappers first. So Skelton, leadoff base runner at second base. That's his 2nd hit in as many nights. They'll bring up Brendan Perez, the first baseman, to the plate. If you want to see it come full circle, we talked about Mccollum starting on the mound for the Trappers. That was against the Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field. That was back a couple Sundays ago. Brendan Perez played that game as well, hit 2 home runs. Quite a night as the first pitch is on its way. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. To this day, those two home runs, are his only 2 of the year. As Parkhurst comes set from the stretch, kicks and delivers the 1-0 in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and Hannigan as it rolls to his right. Walking into second base goes Skelton, so he's in scoring position. The go-ahead run 180 feet away here for the Trappers. 2-0 count here for Perez, so he's in the driver's seat as well. On deck, Braden Cordes, the third baseman, Richard Williams, the right fielder. Skelton takes a walking lead from second base. Parker's trying to climb back into this count. He comes set. Kicks, fires the 2-0, swinging a line drive deep right field. Greer ranging back, looking up. This one is going to get out of here. A 2-run home run for Brendan Perez. He continues to mash here at Corbett Field. His 3rd home run against the Sabre Dogs this season, as that gives the Trappers a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 2nd inning. And how about the opposite field pop flashed by the Trappers in this entire series? That's the 4th Trappers right-handed hitter to leave the yard out to right field. And again, this was a rocket off the bat of Perez. Greer, who covers a lot of ground, started to race back. Didn't know if this had a chance to get out as it was spinning towards the ground, slicing away from Greer as well, but it just snuck a foot or two over that right field wall. So Perez, that's his 3rd home run of the year. 5th home run by either side of the last 2 nights. First pitch to Brandon Cordes is swung on and fouled straight back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. In total, that's the 7th home run in this series through the first 3 games. These are 2 teams that don't necessarily hit the ball out of the yard too often. But again, the weather heating up here at Corbett Field. Very shallow down the lines. 316 down each line to be exact. As the next pitch is a breaking ball inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Parkhurst will look to reset right here. Base is empty. Again, 2 runs in on the 2-run shot from Brendan Perez. Parkhurst lifts and delivers the 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball, fairly deep left field. Ranging to his right is Anderson. Schwabe to his left. It's Caden Schwabe in left center field to make the catch for out number 1. So that's a good bounce back here for Parkhurst. Is Richard Williams, the right fielder, will come to the plate. So Cordes now 1 for 3 in this series. Williams, a right-handed hitter, the 9-hole spot tonight, so that means on deck will be Bennett Osborne at the top of the lineup, and will get up to the plate as there's only 1 out in this inning. Parkhurst from the stretch, first base side, slightly closed off, pauses, now kicks and fires. First pitch is a breaking ball that cuts over the middle of the plate, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Trappers. No runs, no hits. No errors so far here for Souris Valley. Parkhurst from the first base side, pauses at the chest. Lifts and delivers the 0-1. Fastball, down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Parkhurst stranded, or I should say the Trappers offensively stranded runners on first and second base back in the first inning. Able to make up for it with the 2-run shot from Perez that was sparked by the leadoff single off the bat of Tyler Skelton. Count even at 1. Pitch in the way. Fastball down and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yesterday for the Sabre Dogs, it was Trevor Ernst who went 6 innings, picked up his 3rd straight win and 3rd consecutive quality start. He's now 3-0 on the year with an ERA below 1.5. Has been incredible for the Sabre Dogs through his first handful of outings this year. Parkhurst lifts and delivers the 2-1. Swinging a hard ground ball wide at first, past to diving and outstretched Bo Brewer in a right field 4-base hit. So Williams will pick up the knock here with 1 away in this top of the second inning. A hard ground ball, and Brewer was about straight up at first base, laid out to his right. Could not get it. Turf working quite quickly here this evening. It was stung off the bat of Williams. As that brings up the top of the lineup for the second time tonight, here comes Bennett Osborne, the left fielder, to the plate. Osborne opened up the game with a sawed-off chopper to the second baseman Moore, in which he was retired on a 4-3 putout. Parker's looking for some more of the same right here. A ground ball could get him out of this inning. Parker's long look in to the fingers of Hannigan. He now nods his head and comes set. His first pitch on the way. Fastball, down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. So that is the 30th pitch of the evening out of the right hand of Dominic Parkhurst here, just through an inning and a third of work. As Williams takes his lead from first base, has good speed in right field tonight. Righty on right, Parkhurst. Long hold, delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fastball over the middle of the plate. Count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun shining bright, decent amount of fans on hand tonight. Not as large as we saw the last couple of nights. A lot of kids at the ballpark here this evening, however, enjoying a sunny summer afternoon for the first day in July. That's right, it's already July here. Feels like yesterday was May 25th and Parkhurst was on the mound for opening night. There goes the runner, 1-1, swing and miss on a breaking ball, throw down to second from Hannigan is on the money and in plenty of time to throw out Richard Williams at second base. It doesn't get much better than that. Pinpoint accuracy by Colin Hannigan as he threw a bullet just about 5-6 feet off the ground, right on line as it cut the second base bag in half for out number 2. So that eliminates the 1-out single. Parkhurst now all of a sudden a strike away from getting us to the bottom of the second inning. He's set at the chest, first base side. Kicks and fires, low 1-2. Buried in the dirt with the breaking ball, ball 2. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4, 5, and 6 will be due up for Souris Valley when we come back for the bottom of the second. Ethan Moore, Colin Hannigan, and Dalton Bowling. They look to dig into this 2-run deficit here early on. Deuce is running wild. 2 runs in this second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Parker. Swinging a soft fly ball, shallow right. Greer takes a couple of steps in. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch, as that will retire the side. However, the Trappers send 5 men to the plate, bring around 2 runs to score on 3 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. Highlighted by the 2-run shot from Brendan Perez, his 3rd of the season. Running to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Trappers, your score, as the Sabre Dogs will come up for the second time tonight when we come back.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday Night Whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday Night Whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05.
SaberDogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the SaberDogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley SaberDogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. SaberDogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 2-0 Trappers, your score as we enter the bottom half of the second inning. Here's Ethan Moore to lead it off. Quite a night for him yesterday. I don't think you could ask for much more from him last night, no pun intended, as he went 4 for 6 with 2 home runs. The first pitch on the way from Mccollum is a fastball that runs inside and grazes. It looked like maybe the front elbow of Ethan Moore, so he'll take first base. So 1 pitch, 1 base runner, first of the night here for Souris Valley. 3rd hit batter of the evening combined on both ends as well. And again, no intention likely here for Mccollum, just probably trying to pound more inside. He took the ball the other way towards right center very well last night. Again, with fastball with some arm side run that clipped him. Again, that looked to be on the front elbow. So here's a hot hitter in Colin Hannigan. He shows bunt, drags it down the third base line, but it's foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The third baseman, Cordes, was playing well back behind the third base bag. Hannigan trying to take advantage of that. He's hitting .415 this year, a homer and 14 RBIs. The stolen base as well was 3 for 3 yesterday with 2 RBIs. And I think that really got buried because of the night we saw from Ethan Moore. But Colin Hannigan has been fantastic in the last 4 or 5 ball games. Mccollum from the stretch from the third base side lifts and delivers the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back off the fists for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. In the last 3 ball games, he's picked up 8 hits, including a homer and 7 RBIs. His on-base percentage has climbed about 100 points. Same story with batting average. .318 before, now .415. 0-2 on the way from Mccollum. Breaking ball buried in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Adams. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Not only that, but the OPS has climbed up over 1,000, convincingly over 1,000. Before that stretch, he was OPSing .896, now at 1,186. Mccollum from the stretch, third base side, fires the 1-2. Breaking ball runs down, away ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And for Hannigan with these numbers, absolutely making a bid for the All-Star game here in mid-July that will be in Casper. Atop of the leaderboards offensively for plenty of catchers here in the Expedition League. Moore takes his lead from first, tying right at the plate. The 2-2 misses down low, ball 3. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Mccollum hit Ethan Moore on the first pitch of the inning. And now it's followed by Hannigan, 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Hannigan looking to keep this inning alive. Middle infielders in double play depth. That's Connor, the shortstop, and Stoss, the second baseman. Mccollum from the stretch. Kicks and delivers the 3-2. Runner goes. Pitch down low for ball 4. So Ethan Moore will slide in safely, but either way, well, it would have been forced to second base. So back-to-back free passes handed out by Mccollum. A hit by pitch, a walk. And that sets up a first and second spot here with nobody out for Dalton Bowling with the tying run at first base, the go-ahead run at the plate. Bowling checked in with a hit and 2 RBIs yesterday, came into the game late for Steven Moretto. Smoked a hard line drive into the gap in right center field for a 2-run single. Now has driven in 11 runs in the year. Batting average bumped up to .231. Righty on right. Mccollum from the stretch, third base side. Kicks and fires. Pitch in the way is a fastball down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Third baseman Cordes, even with the bag at third, ready for a potential bunt. The shortstop and Connor hovering right behind the runner at second base, and Ethan Moore as he takes his lead. Center fielder masked a couple steps towards left center, but either way, everyone's straight up in the outfield grass. 1-0 from Mccollum on the way. Fastball runs a bit too far inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So after a very quick and tidy first inning where he faced the minimum, picked up a strikeout on just over 10 pitches. He's struggled with his command here. A hit by pitch, a walk. He's fallen behind Bowling here, 2-0. As Bowling sits in the driver's seat. Mccollum from the stretch again, delivers the 2-0. Fastball right over the middle third of the plate, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck, the left-handed shortstop, left-handed hitting shortstop, I should say, in Gunnar McGram. Mccollum, glove tucked into his front hamstring, ball behind his back. He now brings the 2 together and comes set. Kicks and delivers the 2-1, swinging a soft ground ball, second base side. Stoss fields it, shovels to the shortstop, Connor for 1. The relay to first base is not picked cleanly by the first baseman Perez, so safe at first base will be Dalton Bowling. Call that one a 4-6 fielder's choice. Advances Ethan Moore to third base. Hannigan eliminated on the play. So tying run still aboard here, and Dalton Bowling at first base. Here comes Gunnar McGran to the plate, the shortstop tonight. Picked up a plate appearance last night. Coming into the game late for Justin Cooper. Walked, scored a run. As he digs in from the left side. Slightly open stance, long hair flowing out of the back of his helmet. As Mccollum comes set from the third base side. Long hold this time as he pauses at the chest. Now delivers the first pitch. Fastball for a strike at the knees. Outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Sabre Dogs still looking for their first hit of this contest. Again, 2 base runners, their first 2 of the night, reaching in this inning. A hit by pitch and a walk. Bowling reaching again on the 4-6 fielder's choice just moments ago. 0-1, swinging a high chopper that's going to go over the first baseman Perez's head, but land foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to the count. I'll tell you, McGran almost took advantage of the turf right there as that one hit off straight in front of the plate, hopped about 20 to 25 feet in the air. If it was fair, very likely would have gotten over the first baseman in Perez's head. Was about foul by 5-6 feet or so. So McGran is quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Mccollum trying to escape a quick jam here and hold this lead. The shortstop Connor ranging up the middle. Second baseman Stoss playing a couple steps up the middle as well. Double play depth. Wide open 6-hole, however. Third baseman Cordes straight up. There goes the runner pitch outside. Throw down to second base from Adams is not going to be in time. So safe at second base with Dalton Bowling. It's going to be his 5th stolen base of the year, and he got quite a jump. I was surprised the catcher Adams actually threw that ball, but again, did make it fairly close, but it was very obvious Bowling was safe. So he's in scoring position now. Double play, at least on the ground, is out of order. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here with 1 out. Mccollum from the stretch, third base side. Fires the 1-2. Breaking ball bites the outside corner. Strike 2, make that 2 balls, 2 strikes. Apologies. Miscommunication with the scoreboard. So the count now moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. I will say, there was strike 1 called on a pitch on the outside corner, if I remember correctly. I believe the home plate umpire, Paul Sedicase, is confused right now. The third base dugout for the Trappers does not seem to be happy right now, and he's now going to call McGran out. So that will be strike 3. Remember, if you go back to the first pitch of the at-bat, it was a fastball on the outside corner, about knee high. That was called strike 1. It looks like the home plate umpire, Paul Sedicase, forgot for just a second. So that's a strikeout for McGran, 2nd of the night for Mccollum. That brings up Lance Mcdonald, the DH tonight. Runners in second and third base with 2 outs now. And you got Moore at third base, Bowling at second. Bowling represents the tying run. Shortstop Connor onto the cut of the outfield turf, ranging up the middle. Second baseman Stoss hugging the 4-hole. Big gap between the shortstop and second baseman right now for McDonald. First pitch on the way, fastball, down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Reese Anderson, the center fielder, on deck here. McDonald hitting a .143 with an RBI on the year. Came on a sac fly back a couple weeks ago over in Casper. Mccollum, third base side. 1-0. Backdoor breaking ball bites the outer edge. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this is a big spot here for Mccollum. After the Trappers jump out of the board with 2 runs in the top of the second, you can't let the Sabre Dogs answer back right here. And that's been the story for Souris Valley this entire season. Their ability to stay in ball games, answer back almost immediately as the next pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I talked to Mcdonald before the game, said he was very pleased with his batting practice rounds, so he's coming into this game confident with his swing. Let's see if he could translate it into the live game here tonight. Second and third, 1 away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Tag applied by the catcher Adams as that will retire the side. Nice work by Mccollum as he evades the hit by pitch in the walk to open up the frame and strands runners at second and third here in the bottom of the second inning. Ready to the top of the third. 2-0 Trappers, your score live from Corbett Field.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments, big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments, big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. First pitch on the way from Dominic Parkhurst to Patrick Connor is a strike over the middle of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Top of the third inning, 2-0 Trappers, your score here. Connor was hit by a pitch back to the first inning, would be stranded in scoring position at second base. The stretch, the 0-1, breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So good inning for the Trappers in that top of the second inning where they drove in 2 runs, courtesy of the Brendan Perez 2-run blast out the other way to right field. 1-1 pitch is swung on and popped up shallow right center field. Anderson racing in. He's got to play it on a hop as it hops high off the outfield turf for a single for Patrick Connor. Sounded like he broke his bat on that pitch right there. So he's reached base twice, his first of the night, 4th for the Trappers as they look to be, or they are looking to be in a good spot here tonight. Up 2-0 already here in the top of the third inning and a chance to add on more. So here comes Eric Mask, the center fielder, to the plate. He's 0 for 1, lined out to left field. Back in the first inning, a slicing drive out to Caden Schwabe that took him towards the track and straightaway left center. Righty on left, here's Parkhurst from the stretch, kicks, fires, first pitch on the way, swung and grounded hard to second, fielded by Moore, shovels to the shortstop and McGrant for 1. The relay to first base is in time for the 4-6-3 twin killer for 2 quick outs. Just what the doctor ordered if you're Dominic Parkhurst after giving up the soft single. Induces a hard ground ball right at the second baseman Moore, who turned the tailor-made double play. So that'll do the job. 2 outs now, eliminates the leadoff single. Here comes Colin Adams to the plate. Has yet to record an official at-bat. Was hit by a pitch in the first, stranded at first base as well. Was hit on the first pitch he saw from Dominic Parkhurst. Parkhurst kicks, fires, first pitch is a breaking ball that bites the inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. On deck, Ty Stoss, the second baseman, then Tyler Skelton if it gets that far here. 2-0 Trappers, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Parkhurst lifts and delivers. The 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball. Misses up and in a little bit inside. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. For the Sabre Dogs in the bottom half of the third inning will be 9-1-2. Reese Anderson, Caden Schwabe, and Alan Greer. Parkhurst tilts in. Now comes set as he pauses at the chest. Kicks and delivers. The 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball hits softly on the ground to third. Bowling fields it to his left. Picks it up. Shuffles across and throws to first base in time to retire Colin Adams. In plenty of time to retire the side. Clean inning for Parkhurst as he faces the minimum here in the top of the third inning. Running to the bottom of the third, 9-1-2 due up for Souris Valley as they look to get back in this ball game. 2-0 Trappers, your score is you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's
Bottom half of the third inning, 2-0 Trappers, your score here. Sabre Dogs looking to dig into this early deficit here. Quick ball game so far here tonight compared to the previous two, in which the Sabre Dogs scored early and often. Mccollum doing a good job of limiting this offense to just 2 base runners so far. Has not allowed a hit yet as well. Standing in his way of that, 9-1-2 here for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the third frame. Reese Anderson, the center fielder, will lead it off. Anderson hitting .234, no homers, 2 RBIs of the year with the stolen base. Mccollum from the wide, twists and delivers the first pitch on the way. Anderson shows bunt, gets it down, a real foul, strike one. No balls, 1 strike, and that almost hit him right in the front hip. Again, showed bunt quite late, and then started to pull back and jump out of the way. Still made contact with it as he popped it up in the air as it landed foul by a couple of feet. So he'll head back to the right-hander's batter's box. No balls, 1 strike to count. Here with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning as Mccollum climbs the hill again from the first base side of the rubber. Infield straight up outfield as well. He winds and tosses. The 0-1 on the way. Swinging a fly ball, slicing down the right field line and foul out of play. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Game 3 of this 3-game set between these two teams. The Trappers in the Clark division. Second to last place with a record of 9-20. The Sabre Dogs have already clinched their spot to the postseason at 22-9. The wind, the 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out here from Mccollum to open up the bottom of the third inning. Not only that, that's 3 consecutive strikeouts for him, 4 in total tonight, half of which have been looking, the other half, of course, swinging. So here comes Caden Schwabe to the plate. He's 0 for 1, flew out to left back in the first inning on a long 8-pitch at-bat in which he worked a full count. Looking to spark something here for Souris Valley as Mccollum winds, delivers first pitch, swinging a hard ground ball to the first base line and foul by a couple of feet. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. And if that ball was fair, Schwabe's running for a while as that rounded around in the right field corner. Had triple written all over it. So Schwabe 1 for his last 4 now. As he digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. Shortstop and Connor once again ranging up the middle. As the 0-1 is swung on and found straight back. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Schwabe went with the high socks in the latter 2 ball games. Going back with the baggy pants here this evening. Quickly behind, no balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. As Mccollum steps off and waits for the ball to be picked up down the right field line as it hopped back into fair territory. He'll step on to the rubber with his right foot. Then with his left foot, as his chest faces the catcher and he comes set. Twists and delivers. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball up and away, ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 out. 2-0 Trappers, bottom of the 3rd inning. Quick work so far, just about 30 minutes into this one. As the next pitch is a fastball down to away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schwabe with a lot of speed, leading the league in stolen bases with 33. Here's the wind, the 2-2 on the way. Swinging a pop-up, slicing out a play to the left side. Count will stay even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like we are seeing a lefty standing up in the bullpen, tossing a ball in and out of his glove right now, starting to wheelbarrow his left arm, stretching in the third base dugout. There's a swing at another ground ball to the first base line and foul. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see how deep Mccollum goes into this ball game. Again, the expectation, I believe, was for him to go deeper, especially with how he's looked so far tonight. In that last outing, he went 5 innings. He'll dig back onto the rubber here, going from the windup, first base side. He winds and tosses the 2-2 one more time. Breaking ball at the top of the strike zone as it drops in with some late break. 4 strike, 3. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Nick Mccollum. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Really good stuff from him. In terms of rest, McCollum's last start was on June 27th, which was Sunday. So that's about 3 days of rest, which may be the reason why he may not be able to go as deep into the ball game tonight. As Alan Greer digs in with 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is a breaking ball that runs outside and low. Appeal over the first base. Tony Archina says Greer does not go. Ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. And you got to imagine, McCollum, one of the better arms here for this Trappers ball club. Monterio May wanting to throw him against this Sabre Dogs offense that's been so potent. It's just a swing and a soft ground ball to short. Connor Chargers picks it up on the long hop, slings it over to his first baseman Perez in time to retire Greer and retire the side as well. That is 6 straight batters now retired by Nick Mccollum. He's picked up 5 strikeouts as well. In fact, 4 in a row at one point. We're heading to the middle third of this ball game. Top of the 4th inning coming up as the Trappers lead 2-0.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with Dollar Dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05.
First of the 4th inning, 2-0 Trappers your score as Dominic Parkhurst is coming out for his 4th inning of work here. Had a very good 3rd as he faced the minimum, induced a important 4-6-3 double play. Will now get 5, 6, and 7 here in this Pierre lineup. Ty Stoss, the second baseman, lead it off. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is swung on the line into the gap in left center field. That's down for a base knock. Cutting it off is the center fielder and Reese Anderson, who will flip it back into the shortstop McGran quite quickly. So that's a hit for Ty Stoss to open up this top of the 4th inning. That's the 3rd consecutive frame in which a Trapper has opened up the inning with a single. Also the 5th hit of the night here for Pierre as they'll bring up Tyler Skelton, the DH, to the plate. So as we mentioned early in the pregame show, Dominic Parkhurst has faced this Trappers ball club before. That came back on June 18th, allowed 2 earned runs through 6 1/3 of innings of work. 5 hits through those 6 1/3 of an innings. Already 5 hits through 3 frames so far here for the Trappers offense tonight, seeing him a second time. Here's Tyler Skelton, this DH tonight. So there's a check over to first base. Toss back in safely. Skelton opened up the second with a single to left center field. Would come around to score on the Brendan Perez 2-run shot. First pitch on the way is swung on and hit high in the air, deep left center field. Anderson twisting and turning, ranging back to the track. He reaches up to make the catch for out number 1. Skelton gave that a ride, but the deep confines of Corbett Field kept it in the yard. Stoss will retreat back to first base. Here does come Brendan Perez to the plate, who you can label as a Sabre Dogs killer, loves to face this ball club. 3 homers on the year now after his 2-run shot to right earlier. All 3 against this Souris Valley Sabre Dogs ball club. Got an idea, got a thought he likes to hit here at Corbett Field. Righty on right. Parker's from the stretch, from the slide step, delivers the first pitch, swinging a hard line drive, left field. That's down for a base hit as it trickles out to the left fielder and Caden Schwabe. He'll get it back into the shortstop, McGran. So another hit for Perez. He's 2 for 2 tonight. First 2 hits of the series as he was 0 for 4 in game 1. So here's Braden Cordes. Good shot for him to extend this lead here for the Trappers. And you got to know, in the back of Montario May's mind, the head coach for the Trappers, is the 20 runs scored yesterday, the 11 in game 1 from the Sabre Dogs offense, knowing they lead the league in runs scored as well at 330, averaging 10.5 total runs per game as well. Trappers will need as many runs scored here tonight as possible against this Sabre Dogs ball club. Parkers delivers the first pitch, runs inside with the fastball, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. For the Trappers particularly, too, it's been their bullpen that has really struggled this year. And we've seen that a lot through the first 5 games of this series, where the Sabre Dogs have been able to generate a lot of run-scoring opportunities late in ball games. Walks have been aplenty from Trappers bullpen arms this year. Parkhurst delivers the 1-0. Fastball down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here with 1 out. So with the back-to-back hits, Trappers now have 6 knocks on the night. Compared to the Sabre Dogs, who are still hitless so far against Mccollum. Middle infielders in double play depth. That's McGran at short, making his first start for Souris Valley, and Ethan Moore at second base. Righty on right again. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Big rip from Braden Cordes. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count here with 1 out. Al Greer, the right fielder, playing fairly deep, about 10-15 feet or so in front of the track. Reese Anderson straight up, left fielder, and Schwabe a couple steps towards left center. A lot of room down that left field line. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. First and second, top of the 4th, 2-0 Trappers. Pitch on the way, swinging a line drive, center field. Anderson ranging in. He has to play it on a hop. Heading for third is Stoss. He's going to get the stop sign as Anderson gets the throw back into the infield, cut off by the first baseman and Brewer. So the bases are loaded now with 1 out for the 9-hole hitter, and Richard Williams coming to the plate. And that was stung off the bat of Braden Cordes, a seed up the middle of the diamond and into center field for a base hit. 7th hit of the night for Pierre, 3rd of the inning. There is a double play in order right here. Force it all backs. 1 out would end the inning and likely prevent the Trappers from adding on to their lead. But Richard Williams runs well, the right fielder tonight. Singled in the second, was caught stealing on an immaculate throw down to second base from the catcher and Colin Hannigan. First baseman Brewer drawn in front of the back. Third baseman bowling back, middle infielders back as well. First pitch on the way, bites the outside edge, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. William has 6 RBIs in the year. Bennett Osborne at the top of the order here for the Trappers on deck. Righty on right once again. Parkhurst pauses at the chest. Kicks and delivers the 0-1. Breaking ball fly to the air to right, fairly deep. Greer ranging back in front of the track. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch. Tagging from third is Stoss. He will score. Heading from second to third is Brendan Perez. He gets in there safely as the throw is cut off by the shortstop in McGran. So another run is in here for the Trappers. They take a 3-0 lead. A sacrifice fly RBI to right field for the right fielder for Pierre and Richard Williams. His 7th run batted in of the campaign. First run of this inning for Pierre. Now 2 outs. First and third. Top of the order up in Bennett Osborne. Again, a 3-0 Pierre lead. Parkhurst squats behind the mound. Resets. Climbs back up the hill. Digs his right foot into the rubber. Glove tucked into his front hip. Ball behind his back. Leads it for the side and now comes set as he pauses at the chest. Righty on right for the 3rd straight plate appearance. As he delivers the first pitch. At the knees, outside corner cut. The right-handed swinging Osborne lunging towards that one a little bit. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Due up at the bottom of the 4th inning for the Sabre Dogs will be the meat of their lineup. 3, 4, and 5. Bo Brewer, Ethan Moore, and Colin Hannigan. So they look to get back into this ball game. Still looking for the first base knock as well. Parkhurst from the first base side comes set. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The 0-1 on the inside corner. Looked like maybe an off-speed pitch right there. A lot of break towards his arm side for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Parkhurst still looking for strikeout number 1 on the evening. Not a better time to secure it right here. Cordes takes his lead from first. Perez from third. 2 outs, 1 run in here in the top of the 4th. 3-0 Trappers lead. Parkhurst kicks and delivers. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball just misses outside. Good spot. About 2-3 inches maybe off the outer blacks. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here with 2 outs. Parkhurst fiddles with his grip, shrugs his shoulders as he takes a deep breath, twists his torso to the left, now the right, as he leans it for the sign. Right-handed swinging Osborne, open stance, bat above his right shoulder. As Parkhurst comes straight, set, runner goes, 1-2 on the way, swinging a bounding ball down the third base line and foul. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Wind still blowing out towards right center field as we speak. A little bit of a jet stream out towards that direction. We haven't seen too many fly balls out in that direction. We saw the one to Greer off the bat of Richard Williams earlier that did carry to the track. Another one earlier off the bat of Bennett Osborne that ended the 2nd inning. Horses at first and second. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Parkhurst comes set at the belt, makes it the chest. Kicks and delivers, the 1-2 on the way, swinging a line drive right to the third baseman and Dalton Bowling, who takes a shuffle to his left, makes the grab head high with 2 hands to retire the side. The Trappers pick up 1 more run on the sacrifice fly from Richard Williams, as well as 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th here at Corbett Field. 3-0 Trappers, your score. 3, 4, and 5. Middle of the lineup due up for Souris Valley when we come back.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with dollar dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, dollar hot dogs on June 29th. Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you?
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it.
Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver, and no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober, or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision.
Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Trappers your score. 3-4-5 due up here for the Sabre Dogs. Bo Brewer will lead it off 0 for 1. End of the 1st inning with a ground ball out to the shortstop and Patrick Connor. 1 for his last 6 now. Average has dropped down below 500 for the first time since Game 2 of the season this year. Came into tonight hitting .496. Still leading the league in that category. Came into tonight about 36 points ahead of Caden Schwabe, his buddy at the top of the lineup here for the Sabre Dogs this evening. As the first pitch is on its way, runs outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Still has 46 RBIs, leads the league in that category as well as the 1-0. He's at the knees with a fastball, middle third of the plate, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here with nobody out. Brewer, 31-game hitting streak, absolutely obliterates the single season record, which was 15 coming into this season. As the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Got to give credit to Ryan Ladika for digging that one up with the Minot Daily News. 1-2 on the way, runs outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The record was held by E.J. Rennell, who won the MVP in 2018 with the Sabre Dogs in the inaugural season. Also, Big Sticks Bryson Ford did so in 2019 as the next pitch runs outside and low, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. So Brewer looking to reach base here. The Sabre Dogs have had 2 base runners tonight, Moore and Hannigan, who were hit by a pitch and walked respectively. Payoff pitch on the way, swinging a bounding ball down the third base line and foul. Another nice play by Alex Mccollum at third base. He's 2 for 2 tonight. One to his left, another to his right. Fielded it deep, made the barehanded stab. Again, let's get him out at third base tonight. He's seen a couple balls from this angle this evening. He's ready for the hot corner. Payoff pitch on the way is taken down the way, ball 4 with a breaking ball. So Brewer will reach first base. You want to keep an eye on streaks. He's now reached base safely in each of the first 32 games to open up the season. That's exactly halfway through this campaign in 2021 for the Expedition League. They'll play 64 games in total this year. Also, leadoff base runner here for the Sabre Dogs. Here comes the hot swinging Ethan Moore. Was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Mccollum from the stretch. First pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Tied Moore up in knots right there with a fastball running inside, 3/4 hack. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Moore was in the DH spot last night after they burned the DH and brought in Jaden Shea for the pitch. Moore played second base in the 9th inning as well. Mccollum from the stretch fires the 0-1. Down low, ball 1. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we talk about the hitting streak with Bo Brewer. Again, E.J. Rennell having that record for the longest hitting streak coming into this season with 15. Brewer obviously 31. E.J. Rennell also has the single season RBI record and average record, also set in 2018, as the next pitch is down away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Bo Brewer, the season ended today in terms of batting average, would beat Rennell by about 30 points or so. Also, Rennell had 71 RBIs that year for the single season record. Brewer has 46 so far, halfway through. Next pitch on the way, he's on the outside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a lot to keep an eye on if you're a Sabre Dogs fan this season in terms of Bo Brewer, Caden Schwabe as well. In fact, really the entirety of this ball club. Counting that 2, nobody out. Pitch on the way from Mccollum is cut on and missed for strike 3. A good breaking ball running away and down from Moore. Another strikeout for Mccollum, has 6 on the night through 3 2/3 of an inning's work. So here comes the head coach, Montario May, to the mound. Again, as we mentioned, an arm up in the pen for the Trappers right now. Looks like a right-hander. And this may be it for Mccollum, who was really good tonight. Threw about 55, 60 pitches or so. Was able to limit the number 1 offense in the Expedition League to no runs through 3 1/3 of an innings of work. Struck out 6 batters along the way as he shakes the hands of his teammates. Will hand the ball to his head coach in Montario May. You got to tip your cap to Mccollum this evening. And if you're a Trappers fan right now, you got to be very satisfied with that as they hope to hold on to this 3-0 lead. So again, close the book on Mccollum. 3 1/3 of an innings work, 6 strikeouts. Will be responsible for Bo Brewer at first base. Looks like a southpaw coming in relief for the Trappers here in this bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll be right back. 3-0, Trappers your score.
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it.
Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver. And no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving?
This is Colin Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101 3rd Street Southeast, Minot, or call 701-839-2886. This is Colin.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-0 Trappers your score. New pitcher on the mound for the Trappers, inheriting a runner on first, 1 out spot to face Colin Hannigan. Will be southpaw Gannon Ruckman, 6'1", 195 pounds, out of Central Methodist University. This will be his 6th outing of the year, 2nd appearance in this series. Faced the Sabre Dogs back in game 1 of the set on Tuesday, went an inning in the 3rd, 2 runs, both of them earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, a 16.5 ERA so far this year through 6 innings pitched. So Brewer will take his lead from first base after the walk. First pitch on the way to Hannigan is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. So Mccollum still responsible for Bo Brewer at first base, and the reason why he left so early, just about after 50-60 pitches, is because he hit his innings limit tonight. Set by his college at Georgia Southwestern State. As the next pitch is swung on, hit hard down the third base line. That is a foul ball, as that will force Brewer to retreat to first base. And Colin Hannigan stung that ball down the third base line, very reminiscent of the double he hit yesterday. This one was hit at least 10 miles an hour harder as it steamed to the track with a trail of smoke, it looked like. Either way, it will be a foul ball for strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. So for Mccollum, he goes to Georgia Southwestern State. Obviously, they are setting an innings limit on him as there's a swing and a hard, a one-hopper steaming through the left side into left field for a base hit. So Colin Hannigan stays hot, 4 for his last 4 now in this series. That's his line as well. He's reached base twice. That's the first hit of the night for the Sabre Dogs, after Mccollum tossed 3 1/3 of an innings pitch of scoreless and hitless baseball against the Sabre Dogs offense. That can change quickly here, as Brewer is tied to Mccollum here tonight. So if he scores, Mccollum will finish his line with 3 1/3 of innings of work, allowing 1 earned run. Good spot here for Dalton Bowling, the third baseman tonight, grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice in the second, stole the base as well. First pitch on the way from Ruckman is a fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now, innings limits and pitch limits are not unusual in summer ball. In fact, I can guarantee you the Sabre Dogs likely have similar agreements with their pitchers this season. Again, it's all about making sure their arms are healthy as the runners go. Pitch upstairs, throw down to second base from Adams is going to be late. Is sliding in safely at second base is Colin Hannigan with his 2nd stolen bag of the year. The catcher and Adams went the back runner right there, as Brewer steals third base as well. For Brewer, that's stolen base number 17 on the year. It almost looked like Adams double clutched a little bit as he threw down to second base, and if that's the case, that definitely cost him. His throw looked to have beaten Hannigan, but he slid to the backside of the bag, evaded that tag, or at least was able to get that front hand in just in the nick of time before the second baseman Stoss applied the tag. So runners at second and third, 1 out now for Bowling. Pitch on the way is swung on and hit on a line to left field. Osborne takes a step to his left, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Brewer. He will score as the throw is cut off by the third baseman Cordes, who now has Colin Hannigan in a run down between second and third. The third base tag applied is in time. What a play by the shortstop and Connor, who ran Hannigan back to the bag. Hannigan was sprinting in hard, trying to get to third base. And again, Hannigan did not run back. He was digging for third base with a head full of steam. Slid in just a bit late as the third baseman Cordes applied the tag in time. And again, Hannigan was trying to advance to third, thinking to throw back in from the left fielder, and Osborne was going to get over the head of the third baseman Cordes with a jump up in the air to cut it off, then threw back to the second baseman Stoss, who threw to the shortstop Connor, make that, who applied the tag in time. So a run is in, a sac fly for Bowling. That's RBI number 12. That's going to be a 7-5-4-6 double play. Mark that one in your scorebook right there. Sabre Dogs pick up their first run of the night here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th, almost halfway through this one at Corbett Field. 3-1 Trappers, your score.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. Your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night. So break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m. So see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night. So break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m. So see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
Ready to resume play here in the top of the fifth inning. 3-1 Trappers your score. Sabre Dogs getting on the board on a sacrifice fly RBI from Dalton Bowling. Hannigan doubled off at third base and again tried to advance on what he thought was going to be a throw to the plate. That went through to the plate but was cut off by the third baseman Cortis, who turned the 7-5 4-6 double play. First pitch on the way to Patrick Connors, a swing and a miss, a half swing and a miss that he goes around on a breaking ball down and out of the zone. Strike one, 0-1. Parker's working quickly, pauses at the chest, kicks and fires the 0-1. Breaking ball down and away, ball one. 1-1 strike. Sabre Dogs also picked up their first hit of the evening back in that bottom of the fourth inning on the single from Colin Hannigan. So they're off the schneid in both the run and hit column tonight. The 1-1 pitch is an overthrown fastball for ball two, down and away. 2-1 strike. Patrick Connors had a good night so far, has reached base in both plate appearances. A hit by pitch and a single in the third was immediately erased in that third frame on the 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Eric Mast. 1-1 is swung on and smoked on the line to left. Schwabe takes a step in, now readjusts back, makes the catch head high for out number one. That one was hit on the button, but right at Schwabe. So Connor will be retired for the first time tonight. Here comes the center fielder and Eric Mast to the plate. He's 0 for 2. As we mentioned, the 4-6-3 double play lined out to fairly deep left center field as well. And for the Trappers, they have played a very clean ball game tonight, which is quite the opposite of what we saw the last couple of nights. And if you're Montario May, you have to be very happy with your ball club so far as we again are looming on the halfway point of this contest. First pitch on the way to Eric Mast is a fastball up and away, ball one. 1-0 strikes. And the biggest thing is the walks and the defensive side of things, the errors. So the 1-0 is a breaking ball that bites the outer edge, strike one. 1-1 strike. And I think that double play to end the fourth inning epitomizes what the Trappers have been striving for the last couple of nights, and really what they've been lacking. Not a very complicated play, a heads-up play by Cortis to cut it off, and then to execute the relay very efficiently as there's a swing and a soft ground ball right up the box and into center field for a base hit. So Mast picks up his first knock. He's now 1 for 3, hit number 8 on the night for the Trappers. But again, the biggest struggle for them the last couple of nights is not being able to finish off an inning. And again, the Sabre Dogs brought around 12 runs to score in the third last night, batted around twice. And again, they picked up some big knocks. Ethan Moore, obviously, a couple of home runs. Colin Hannigan, some big hits as well. But that inning just continued and continued because the Trappers made 3 errors and had multiple double play balls that could have gotten them out of the inning. Got a double play, an unorthodox double play right there to get them out of the fourth, limit the damage to 1, so they now lead by 2. First pitch on the way to Colin Adams is on the inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. He's 0 for 1 tonight, was hit by a pitch in the first. Grounded out to the third baseman of Bowling to conclude the third. The best inning so far pieced together by Parkhurst as he faced the minimum in that frame. Middle infielders pinched up the middle. Second baseman Moore and shortstop McGran. Parkhurst from the stretch, kicks, fires. The 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. Out in front of a breaking ball was Adams. Parkhurst quickly ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. So if Parkhurst can get through this inning, it will be the third of 4 outings in which he's been able to get through 5. Again, while the Sabre Dogs are trailing, it hasn't been a bad performance by Parkhurst this evening. 3 runs. If he can limit it to that, it's a very efficient start. So the next pitch is down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In fact, if he could piece together 2 scoreless innings without allowing 1 more run, he would have a quality start. So the hope is that the Sabre Dogs can get him some run support here. That's been the story of his first 2 starts, and really all 3 starts from him, in fact. As he fires the 2-strike pitch again, down low. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. In fact, in every single one of his starts this year, the Sabre Dogs have been able to score 13 or more runs. 16 against Wheat City on May 25th, 14 against Pierre on June 18th, 13 on June 25th against the Moo. They are 3-0 in his starts. 43 runs combined in his first 3 outings. Really remarkable stuff. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parkhurst delivers the pitch on the way, swinging a hard ground ball to the third base line and foul. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even when Parkhurst gave up 4 runs in that first inning against the Moo, which was easily his worst start of the year so far, Sabre Dogs still had scored 7 runs in the top half of the first. He entered that game with a 7-0 lead. And that really tells the tale of his starts. This one, the odd one out so far, at least, that they've only been able to muster 1 run through 4. There goes the runner. 2-2 is swung on and grounded again down the third base line and foul. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So retreating back to first base is Eric Mast. Colin Adams will get another chance right here. Parkhurst looking for his second double play ball of the evening. He steps back onto the rubber, has primarily, and in fact exclusively, has been going from the stretch tonight. Would be going from the stretch either way here with Mast at first base. Fans getting into it as Parkhurst comes set. Long hold, delivers the 2-2. Breaking ball line down the third base line and foul. Count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of hard-hit steamers down in that direction from the right-handed swinging Adams. So we'll see if Parkhurst tries to continue to pound him away here. Maybe a breaking ball running away. It looks like he's trying to cheat on the fastball right here. And Adams has been a tough hitter to retire. 3 hits in this series, as we mentioned earlier tonight. All 3 home runs. Parkhurst from the stretch again. Here's his 2-2 one more time. Runner goes, pitch down low. Hannigan's throw to second. Tag applied by Moore is going to be late. Safe at second base is Mast. The second baseman, Ethan Moore, tossed the ball to the shortstop, McGran, thinking he had applied the tag on Mast. I got to wonder why the second base umpire and Tony Archina was so late on this call. Again, usually when an umpire delays a call like that, it's because he was waiting to see if the fielder held onto the ball. If he thought that the runner at second base was safe, he probably would have made the call immediately either way, which is why I think Ethan Moore is confused on why the call was so late. He also probably believes he applied the tag quite early, as it looks like someone may have just been tossed from this game. Again, it was hard to tell. He made a motion. I think Ethan Moore just got thrown out of this ball game. And again, Alex Miklos talking with the second base umpire and Tony Archina right now. Ethan Moore currently walking back to the first base dugout, and it looks like he has been thrown out of this ball game, and that's a big out. As Alex Miklos is waving Ethan Moore back to the first base dugout as he approaches Archina. Ethan Moore, a big bat in the middle of this Sabre Dogs lineup, again, has been ejected from this ball game. The first time we've seen a player thrown out. Moore doesn't seem to be too upset. I think he's just confused right now, as it seemed like to be a quick hook on him. So he'll walk back to the first base dugout, his teammates supporting him as he heads back. It's going to be Declan Buckle who comes into this ball game in replacement for him. So Buckle will sit in the cleanup spot and man second base for the remainder of this ball game. And again, you got to wonder what Ethan Moore did to get tossed out of this ball game. The play at second base seemed to be in time. Moore pled his case to the second baseman umpire and Archina. Alex Miklos then came out, and it maybe Moore said something to him at his second base spot. He was still about 20 feet away from him, but Archina gave him the hook and ejected him from this ball game. So safe at second base is going to be Eric Mast with his 5th stolen base on the year on a close play. Declan Buckle once again coming into the game as that brings up, or excuse me, will keep Colin Adams at the plate. Now with the runner in scoring position and a 3-2 count. So the first Sabre Dogs player this season that we've seen tossed from a ball game. As Mast takes his lead from second base. Adams digs back in, looking to extend the Trappers' lead. Parkhurst from the stretch, first base side. Long hold at the chest as he fires the payoff pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball down the third base line again. Count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now Moore is still in the first base dugout right now. Currently having a conversation with one of his teammates. And probably just explaining the situation. Seemed like a pretty strange spot right there. As Parkhurst comes set from the first base side. Long hold again, the payoff pitch one more time. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 3, and Colin Adams stands with both hands on his hips as he has a conversation with the home plate umpire and Paul Sedekase. That is the first strikeout of the night for Dominic Parkhurst, and out number 2 here in the top of the 5th inning is that'll hold Eric Mast at second base. My assumption with Moore is that he must have said something to the second base umpire and Tony Archina, because when he was tossed out of the game, he was way out of the way of Archina, probably about 10-15 feet away, so it must have been some words exchanged that led to the ejection. Stops 1 for 2 today, a fly to center and a single. Runner on second and Mast will be going on contact with 2 outs as the first pitch is buried in the dirt, blocked by Hannigan, the catcher. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So when we hit to the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 the Sabre Dogs lineup. Gunnar, McGran, Lance Mcdonald, and Reese Anderson. Parkhurst leads it for the side, comes set, first base side. Low 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt, hits off the foot of the home plate umpire, rolls to the third base dugout. Hennigan can't find it. Heading for the plate now is going to be Eric Mask. Looks like they might send it back. This may have hit the hitter and Ty Stoss right here, and that's what they're going to say. It hit Stoss on the front foot, hopped up high in the air and rolled towards the third base dugout, which is probably why Hennigan wasn't too urgent to go find it. Eric Mask, the runner on second base, was of course advancing to third, thinking it was a wild pitch, and because Hennigan wasn't going to go get it, he rounded third and was heading for the plate. So that's a break for the Sabre Dogs. If it did not hit Ty Stoss and was rolling that way, that's likely another run on the board for the Trappers. So a hit batter, that's the third hit batter tonight out of the right hand of Parkhurst. First and second, 2 outs. So that brings up Tyler Skelton to the plate. He's 1 for 2, singled in the second, flew out to center in the 4th inning. Parkhurst from the first base side. 2 outs, 3-1. Trappers your score, top of the 5th, first and second. First pitch, fastball, top of the zone, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Skelton 1 for 2, singled in the second, flew out to center in the 4th, hit a high, deep fly ball to center field, but the ballpark held it here at Corbett, very deep to center, 410 feet straight away. Runners take their leads. 2 outs will be going on contact. Parkhurst from the stretch. Kicks and delivers, the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count here with 2 outs. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Trappers. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Souris Valley. Parkhurst, another long look in. Staring into the fingers of Hennigan, who gives multiple signs as Parkhurst now agrees as he comes set. Long hold as he delivers, low 1-1 on the way. Swinging a high pop, shallow right, buckle to second base, raging out onto the outfield turf. He'll make the galloping grab in shallow right to retire the side. An eventful inning. Ethan Moore thrown out of this game after a close play at second base. Declan Buckle comes in to replace him, catches the final out as that sends us to the bottom of the 5th. Halfway point here in the Magic City. 3-1 Trappers, your score.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe.
Bottom half of the 5th, halfway point here at Corbett Field. 3-1 Trappers, your score. It's going to be Ruckman out for his second inning of work. He's going to get 7, 8, and 9 in the Sabre Dogs lineup. But again, if you're just tuning in, Ethan Moore ejected in the top of the 5th inning after arguing a play at second base. A very close play from our replay that Ballard Ackaway and our cameraman Jaden were able to get. It looked like it was a close play, and that the runner at second base for the Trappers and Eric Mast was probably out. But again, a tough, close call. Ethan Moore ejected out of the ballgame. Declan Buckle now inserted into the cleanup spot at second base. First pitch on the way from Gunner McGran is a breaking ball down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ruckman came in relief for Mccollum. Back in the 4th inning, gave up a single to Colin Hannigan, allowed a run to score. So the next pitch is a fastball, up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. That run came to score off the bat of Dalton Bowling, a sacrifice fly to left for his 12th RBI of the year. And Hannigan was doubled up to conclude the inning on a 7-5, 4-6 double play. Lefty on left, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Out in front is McGran, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike here with nobody out. Lance Mcdonald on deck, then it'll be Reese Anderson here. 3-1 Trappers here. Sabre Dogs a bloop and a blast away from tying this thing up. Shortstop Connor ranging up the middle, second baseman Stoss in the 4-hole. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way from Ruckman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here with nobody out. Sabre Dogs have 1 hit this evening. That came off the bat of Colin Hannigan back in the 4th. Mccollum tossed 3 1/3 of an innings pitched as the shortstop and Connor now playing on the right side of the infield behind the second base bag. Next pitch is a fastball that runs inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. But Mccollum, very good tonight. And again, the only reason he left so early was just because he hit his innings limit. 3 1/3 of an innings work, 1 run. It was earned. 6 strikeouts as well. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a foul off the home plate umpire in Paul Sedekase. Count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, at one point, picked up 4 consecutive strikeouts. And correction, no, excuse me, it was 6 strikeouts. My apologies. 4 in a row, spanning from the 2nd to the 3rd inning. Got McGran, Mcdonald, Anderson, and Schwabe in order. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Ruckman from the third base side. The rubber comes set to the chest. Payoff pitch again. Swinging a bounding ball to second plate on the long hop by Stoss. Picks it up, shuffles across, and slings it over to his first baseman Perez in time for out number 1. 4-3 put out. 1 up, 1 down here for Ruckman in this bottom of the 5th inning. So here comes Lance Mcdonald. Get a swing from the right side here with the lefty and Ruckman on the mound. Of course, Mcdonald, a switch hitter. He's 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging to end the 2nd inning with a couple of runners on base. So he'll look to pick up his first knock in a couple of ball games right here, getting the start in the DH spot this evening. Ruckman, third base side of the rubber. First pitch on the way, fastball, runs outside and low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here with nobody out. Mcdonald caught game 1 of the series on Monday, came in as a defensive replacement late in game 2 on Wednesday, and game 1 on Tuesday. So 1-0 pitch, misses inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. He's drawn a lot of walks. That's the majority of his production so far this season. In fact, a couple of free passes back in his start on Tuesday. Walked yesterday as well as in his only plate appearance. 2-0 is up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So speaking of the devil, we might see another one right here. Lance Mcdonald, the on-base machine. They don't want to pitch to him this season. At least the Trappers haven't. A lot of 3-0 counts he's seen so far here in this series. Ruckman from the stretch, third base side. Kicks and delivers. The 3-0 on the way is upstairs for ball 4. So there is that 4-pitch walk. Lance Mcdonald has become best friends with the walk as he takes first base here with 1 out. That brings up the tying run to the plate in Reese Anderson, who struck out looking back to open up the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mcdonald, as we've mentioned before, has good speed at first base, especially for a catcher, as he'll take his lead here. Anderson digs into the right-hander's batter's box. 3-1 Trappers, your score. Just over halfway through this ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ruckman, lefty on right, comes set. Third baseman Cordes takes a couple steps in behind the third base bag. The first pitch is upstairs, ball 1 with a fastball. 1 ball, no strike. So 5 consecutive balls out of the left hand of Ruckman right here. And he's going to have to find that command quickly because looming on deck is the top of the Sabre Dogs lineup. Of course, one of the most threatening pieces of this Sabre Dogs ball club. Top third of the order. 1-0, fastball, grazes the inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like a right-hander starting to warm up in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. Again, for Dominic Parkhurst, he's gotten through 5 innings, having just allowed 3 runs. Not a bad job for him tonight, very serviceable. Sabre Dogs looking to provide their right-hander some run support. The 1-1 to Anderson, swinging a cue shot, foul straight back on a pitch up and away. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here with 1 out. Shadows continuing to creep in from straightaway center as well as by over the first base dugout, as they always do here at Corbett Field. Sun shining bright again. It's been a while since we've seen a cloudy day here for a home Sabre Dogs game. We love to see it as we enter July 1st today. 1-2, buried in the dirt, ball 2. Mcdonald took a couple steps towards second base, then slipped as it looked like he got into his secondary. The good news was the pitch was in the dirt, blocked by Adams, so he didn't have the ball to make a snap throw to first base. So the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out. Anderson looking for a base knock right here. Ruckman comes set, pauses at the chest. Mcdonald takes his lead. The 2-2 on the way, swinging a soft ground ball right side, ranges to his left is the second baseman Stoss, picks it up, slings it over to first base in almost one motion in time to retire Anderson by a step for out number 2. 4-3 put out. Stoss has been busy in this inning, has recorded both outs. In the scoring position goes Lance Mcdonald. That brings up Caden Schwabe to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with a fly out to left, struck out looking in the 3rd inning as well. RBI chance for the Sabre Dogs. Speedy left fielder, has 15 on the year. Picked up 2 yesterday as well. Lefty on left once again. Sitting started with a lefty, then a switch hitter, then a righty, and a lefty once again. Symmetry right there. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. Alan Greer, the right fielder, on deck. Shortstop and Connor ranging up the middle. Not just holding on Mcdonald on second base, but expecting Schwabe, the left-handed swinger, to pull on the ground. Outfield about straight up. Ruckman kicks and delivers. 0-1. Fastball. Misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Mcdonald will be going with on contact here with 2 outs in this bottom of the 5th inning. Ruckman, glove tucked into his front hip, stares into his catcher and Adams for the sign. Agrees as he comes set, pauses at the chest. Lifts and delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball. Floats over the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sabre Dogs have been not able to solve the riddle of this Trappers pitching staff here tonight. First Mccollum, now Ruckman. Only 1 hit so far through 4+ innings tonight. 1-2 on the way, breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Adams as he ranges to his left. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. So here we go again. Deuce is running wild. Mcdonald at second base. Sabre Dogs down by 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Schwabe digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. Ruckman, long look in. Jersey blowing slightly in the wind as he comes set. Kicks and fires, the 2-2 on the way. Fastball, outside, ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't want to put Schwabe on first base, not just because of his speed, but a right-handed hitter, a good right-handed hitter on deck in Alan Greer, and Schwabe would represent the tying run at first base if he is granted it. Ruckman comes set at the chest again. His payoff pitch on the way is a breaking ball outside for ball 4. Good at-bat from Caden Schwabe, battling back with 2 strikes, able to work the walk. First time he's reached base tonight, as that will tick up his on-base percentage, which again is at top of the league. Here comes Alan Greer, as we mentioned. First and second, 2 outs. Mcdonald at second base, Schwabe at first. Schwabe the tying run, Greer the go-ahead run. Infield shifting him the pole, second baseman Stas ranging up the middle, shortstop Connor about straight up. Outfield about straight up as well. First pitch on the way, fastball over the middle third of the plate, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Both runners will be going on contact, of course. Wind has calmed down just a little bit, was blowing a little bit harder out towards right center. Flag almost hanging down, completely still in center, just a slight breeze out towards that same direction. Ruckman delivers the 0-1 on the inside corner with the fastball, strike 2. He's quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. So Greer hasn't swung the bat yet right here. He's going to have to battle now in an 0-2 hole. And again, this is a big, big spot for both ends. Sabre Dogs have a chance to at least chip into the deficit, if not tie this game or take the lead. Ruckman from the stretch. Lifts and delivers, the 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball, swinging a soft tapper foul straight back. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Bo Brewer. Doesn't get much easier here for Ruckman if he can't retire Greer. Mcdonald takes his lead from second, Schwabe from first. Both have good speed. Ruckman from the stretch again. His 0-2 one more time. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Big, big strikeout for Ruckman as he strands the tying run at first base here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Does so, retiring one of the best bats in the Expedition League. Running to the top half of the 6th inning. Trappers lead 3-1 as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home.
because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home.
Top of the sixth inning, 3-1 Trappers your score. New arm on the mound for the SaberDogs in relief of Dominic Barkhurst, who's going to be hard-throwing right-hander Sean Hickey out for his 7th outing of the year. 1-0 record with a 6.23 ERA. Celebrating Canada Day out of Somerville, New Brunswick. Happy Canada Day to Sean Hickey and everyone from Canada watching the ballgame today. Also Declan Buckle, the second baseman right now from Canada, as well as Stephen Moretto, who's not starting tonight, but we saw at third base the previous 2 nights as well. So Hickey, this will be his first outing since June 25th, last Friday against the Moo, where he tossed 2 innings in relief of Parkhurst as well. Did walk 5 batters, but did not allow a hit nor a run. Struck out 3 batters as well. 18 Ks and 13 innings pitched. Command has been a struggle, 29 walks through 13 innings, as he's having a conversation with the home plate umpire and Paul Sedicase right now. And it looks like he's asking him to take the arm sleeve off. Again, it's a white arm sleeve, which could blend in with the white baseball. So Hickey will walk off towards the first base dugout. Looks like Shane Sinclair will come and retrieve the arm sleeve. So Hickey will have to go sleeveless here tonight. It's a hot day as he does the Trevor Bauer McGregor strut as he heads back to the mound. Gotta love it. So he'll squat behind the bump, behind the rubber, make that. Rub the turf, increase his grip. He's going to get 7, 8, and 9 here in this Trappers lineup. Brendan Perez will lead it off. Perez 2 for 2, a homer and a single. Hickey will have to be careful with him. He's set from the stretch. Kicks and delivers. His first pitch on the way. Fastball swung on him, popped up on the infield, coming into the second baseman Buckle. He'll camp underneath it just a couple feet in front of the cut of the infield turf for out number 1 to make the two-handed grab. So 1 pitch, 1 out here for Hickey. That'll bring up Braden Cordes, the third baseman, to the plate. You got the Canada connection right there. Hickey to the bat of Tyler Skelton, to the glove of Declan Buckle. Cordes flied out to left, singled in the 4th inning as well. As Hickey digs into the right side of the rubber, first base side of the rubber with his right foot, as he comes set at the chest. Kicks and delivers, pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hickey's second to last outing came on June 6th against Spearfish. Was the best we've seen him. Went 4 innings, allowed 1 run. It was earned 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Closed out that ball game. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball misses down, away ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Walks have been a struggle for him. Has walked 8 batters in 2 outings this season. One against Casper on June 2nd, the other against the Big Sticks on May 28th. Hitters count here for Cordes. 2-0 on the way is a fastball that runs down and in, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to count. So again, 3-1 Trappers, your score as we sit in the top of the 6th inning. Quick ball game tonight. Pitching has been the story. Trappers pitching staff has limited the SaberDogs to just 1 run on 1 hit. 3-0 on the way. Fastball. And it's going to be inside for ball 4. Looked like almost the home plate umpire in Sedicase was going to motion with his right finger, or I should say right hand. Did not make the call, so it'll be ball 4, a walk to Cordes, as that brings up Richard Williams, the right fielder, to the plate with 1 out. So Hickey will look for a ground ball double play right here. McGraw and Buckle, the middle infielders, will be ranging up the middle. Outfield straight up as well. Hickey, first base side of the rubber, twirling the ball behind his back. Checks over at first base, now comes set on 2 feet. Kicks and delivers. First pitch on the way is a fastball that runs inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So 5 straight balls out of the right hand of Hickey after retiring Perez on a pop out to second base on the first pitch of his outing. Looks like another right-handed arm is warming up the SaberDogs bullpen as we speak. Hickey from the stretch, first base side. Long hold this time. Lifts and fires the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A good fastball from Hickey right there as he blows it by the bat of Williams for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Trappers. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Souris Valley. Cordes takes his lead from first base after the walk. Righty on right, Hickey kicks and delivers. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Another good fastball up in the strike zone for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes here at the one-way. Wind picking up just a little bit. Again, continues to blow out towards right center. Hickey stares into his catcher and Hannigan. Shakes once, now nods. Pauses at the chest. Kicks and delivers, low 1-2 on the way. Swinging a line drive, foul off to the right side as it pinballs over through the ceiling of the grandstand's wide open plate, then jets straight down off the roof of the dugout into the Sabre Dogs dugout. Count stays at 1-2, a late swing right there by Williams, late on a fastball outside, out of the hand of Hickey. He's now set first base side again. Kicks and delivers the 1-2. Runner goes, pitch upstairs. Hannigan's thrown out to second base. On line tag applied by Buckle is in time. That'll eliminate Cordes. Another great throw from Colin Hannigan. A fantastic pitch to throw on a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Took Hannigan out of the crouch. Threw a perfect throw down to the second baseman Buckle in time to nab Cordes for out number 2. So that eliminates the 1-out walk. The Trappers now 2 for 3, make that 1 for 3 in stolen base attempts on Sabre Dogs pitchers and Hannigan tonight. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Williams. Fastball up and in. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs. So Hickey could face the minimum right here if he can make a quality pitch to Williams. Make that 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Richard Williams right now. Hickey from the stretch, first base side at the chest. Kicks and delivers the payoff pitch on the way. Fastball up and in, 4 ball, 4. So Williams will take first base on the walk. Second walk of the frame allowed by Hickey's. That'll bring up the top of the order. Bennett Osborne, the left fielder, coming to the plate here in the top of the 6th inning. For Osborne, this will be his 3rd plate appearance in this ball game. His 0 for 3, a ground to second, a fly to right, lined out to the third baseman Bowling to end the inning and to limit the damage to just 1 run against Dominic Parkhurst at the time. Parkhurst, at the very best, can get a no decision tonight. If the Sabre Dogs can't come back or tie this game, he will be awarded the loss, but it was a good outing for him tonight. Did battle through some struggles. There's a swing of a line drive right at the second baseman Buckle, who makes the catch. Belt tie as he squats to the ground to retire the side. Good inning for Hickey as he faces 4 batters and puts a 0 on the board against this Trappers offense here in the top of the 6th. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5. Bo Brewer, Declan Buckle, and Colin Hannigan due up when we return at Corbett Field. Bottom half of this 6th inning as we're ready to resume play. 3-1 Trappers your score. Familiar face on the bump for the Trappers right now. Not familiar technically for the Beavers as it's Kaden Cardoso making his pitching debut, I believe, here at Corbett Field. For the Trappers, he's had 4 outings this year, a 3.85 ERA, has allowed just 2 earned runs, through 4 2/3 of an innings work. We'll get 3, 4, and 5 in the Sabre Dogs order. Here's Bo Brewer to lead it off. First pitch, a breaking ball inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So we've seen Cardoso offensively through the first 2 games of this series. He's 1 for 9 so far. As he winds and tosses, low 1-0 on the way. Fastball down the way, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. A happy Canada Day to Mr. Cardoso as well out of British Columbia. As he winds and tosses, the 2-0 on the way. Swinging a hard ground ball to third, fielded on a couple of hops by the third baseman Cordes, who throws to first base in time to retire Brewer for out number 1. So Brewer 0 for 2 today. Again, trying to extend his hitting streak to 32 games. He's extended his on-base streak to 32 with the walk earlier. So here's the Minot State matchup right here. Caden Cardoso, a Beaver. Declan Buckle, a Beaver. Both celebrating Canada Day as well, both from Canada. So a fun matchup we got right here. Buckle, this will be his first at-bat after coming into the ball game after Ethan Moore was ejected earlier, a couple innings ago. Here's the wind and the pitch from Cardoso. Breaking ball over the knees for strike 1, over the middle of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Got to imagine there's a lot on the line in terms of pride right here for both of these guys, both teammates at college. Is the wind and the toss, the 0-1 in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We, in fact, talked to Dominic Parker's tonight's starter, in fact, back a couple outings ago after his outing against the Trappers. Got to face Cardoso a couple times, hit him once. They had that conversation in the right field line. Talked about how he found it fascinating that Cardoso is now pitching. Is the 1-1 pitch. He's a fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Said he had to talk to him a little bit more about it. Of course, Parkhurst, a pitcher only for the Beavers Ball Club. Cardoso, a very versatile player offensively, showing his versatility here this season on the mound. It's been good in relief in 4 outings. So the 1-2 is on its way. Breaking ball runs outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Not only is pride on the line, but the game on the line for the Sabre Dogs. They're running out of time right here. Just have 11 outs left to work with, down by 2. Buckle digs back in. Played in game 1, was 0 for 3 with an RBI, a couple of walks and 2 strikeouts as he started at second base. Now hitting .250 with no homers and 5 RBIs. 2-2 from Cardoso is spiked in the dirt to the backstop for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. After Buckle, it'll be Colin Hannigan and Dalton Bowling. Hannigan has picked up the only hit of the night for the Sabre Dogs that came back in his last plate appearance in the 4th. Cardoso digs back into the rubber, going from the windup. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. He winds and deals. Payoff pitch on the way is a fastball upstairs for ball 4, so Buckle will take the walk. As he'll jog over to first base, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here comes Colin Hannigan. Hannigan, as we mentioned, 1 for 1, a walk, a single, a stolen base, was doubled off at third, trying to advance to third on the sacrifice fly off the bat of Dalton Bowling to left field. Hannigan steamed the ball down the left field line, just a bit foul back earlier in that at-bat. Ended up singling with a hard 1-hopper through the 6-hole. First pitch on the way, fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Hannigan a homer, 14 RBIs, came into tonight hitting .415, has boosted that a bit as he's 1 for 1 tonight. Buckle, good speed at first base, takes his lead. Cardoso from the stretch again, first base side. First time from the 9 in this plate appearance. So the 0-1 is a breaking ball that floats over the middle of the plate, top of the zone, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Buckle was leaning a bit over there at first base. Maybe try to time the delivery of Cardoso. Cardoso, a tall right-hander, 6'2", 225 pounds. Comes set at the belt, pauses. Now fires the 0-2. There goes Buckle, swing and a miss for strike 3. Throw around to second from Adams is on line, but it's not going to be in time as Buckle will steal second base safely. Now the home plate umpire, Paul Sedepace's case, is going to call him out, saying that Colin Hannigan interfered with the play. Swinging to missing, then shifted over the middle of the plate as the catcher and Adams tried to make his throw. Buckle, meanwhile, came off the bag. He's confused right now. I don't think he saw the interference call right here. The second base umpire, Tony Archina, called him safe. But again, I believe the call is that the catcher, Colin Hannigan, interfered with the throw of the catcher, Adams, as he swung and missed, then stumbled over towards the first base side, which interfered with the throw of Adams, who still made a good throw. It was just late. Buckle, meanwhile, staring at his hand right now. Got to hope that's all right. Maybe he hurt something sliding into the bag. Looks like he looks to be all right as he walks off with the head coach of the Sabre Dogs and Alex Mccollum, currently holding his left fist in a tight grip right now. Looks to be all right. Jogging back to the first base dugout. That's the good news right there. Unfortunately, he is caught stealing at second base. You can give a caught stealing to the catcher and Adams, as that sends us to the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on. Let's head to the top of the 7th. 3-1 Trappers your score.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There is a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th. 3-1 Trappers your score. Again, that inning ending on a strike him out, throw him out double play. Colin Hannigan struck out swinging on an 0-2 breaking ball running away. Then the throw down to the second from the catcher Adams, trying to nab Declan Buckle, who was stealing. Initially wasn't in time as the second base umpire, Tony Archina, called him safe, but the home plate umpire, Paul Sedekase, it looked to appear that he ruled that Hannigan, the hitter, interfered with the throw from the catcher and Colin Adams. As Hannigan took a big hack, and a lot of times when you take a big swing, your momentum shifts towards the first base dugout, which it did as he crossed the plate and almost interfered with the throw of Adams. Adams still made a good throw. It was just late, but the official ruling was that he was out. So here we are in the top of the 7th, 3-1 Trappers. First pitch on the way from Sean Hickey is a strike to Patrick Connor at the top of the zone with a fastball. No balls, 1 strike. Connor 1 for 2, a hit by pitch, a single, and a line out to left. Hickey a scoreless inning in the 6th, looking for the same here in the 7th. His 0-1 is a breaking ball upstairs as it hops off the glove, then the helmet of Hannigan rolls to his right, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor, Mast, and Adams, 2, 3, 4, due up here in this Trappers lineup. Back third of this game already, 8:50 local time. We're just about an hour 40 through this one here. We're the back third of this game. Feels unheard of with this SaberDogs ball club that's usually playing for about 3-4 hours a night, it seems. The next pitch is down the way, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Connor. Trappers, meanwhile, looking for as many runs as they can. Again, a 2-run lead is never safe against most offenses, but particularly this SaberDogs offense, which is top of the board in almost every offensive category in the EL. 2-1, swinging a soft ground ball to short, charging is McGrath, picks it up, shuffles across, throws to first base, picked by Brewer on the back end, and plenty of time to retire Connor for out number 1. So good start here for Hickey, retires the leadoff batter for the second straight frame. So that brings up Eric Mast, the center fielder, to the plate. Mast 1 for 3, a line to left, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 3rd, singled, and stole the base in the 5th as well. 2 up now in the bottom of the 7th inning for the SaberDogs. After our 7th inning stretch will be 6, 7, and 8. Dalton Bowling, Gunnar McGrath, and Lance Mcdonald as they look to get back in this ballgame. Again, just a bloop and a blast away. Got to give a lot of credit to the Trappers pitching staff tonight. It's the first pitch to Mass is a fastball outside and high, ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Started with McCollum for 3 1/3, Rick Ruckman for an inning and 2/3, and then now Cardoso for an inning. Those 3 have teamed up to put together 6 innings of 1-run ball. 1-0 from Hickey, fastball just a bit upstairs, maybe a little bit inside as the catcher Hannigan stuck it there for a couple of extra seconds. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes here with 1 out. Hickey leans for the side. First base side of the rubber, hitters count for Mast as he digs back into the left-handed box. Open stance for him, 2-0, fastball, misses up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Mast, a product of Big Bend Community College, OPSing 743 coming into this ball game. Hickey already has 2 walks on the night, trying to avoid number 3 right here. Behind 3-0 as he delivers the next pitch. Fastball dotted on the inside corner, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Right-hander continuing to warm up down in the SaberDogs pen. A right-hander up in the Trappers pen as well. Shadows in play. Batter circle and 10 feet in front of the plate, covered in shadows. About 15 feet in between that and the pitcher's down in light. And the pitcher's mounted shadows as well. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Vicious rip by Mast, who was facing the first base grandstands after that hack. Got a fastball up in the zone. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here with 1 out. Long look in for Hickey. His Mast takes some time out of the box. Stares at the barrel of his bat. Takes a deep breath. Steps in with his left foot. Now his right. Taps the plate. Waves his bat back and forth. Hickey set. Pauses at the chest. Kicks and delivers the payoff pitch on the way. He's going to be down and in for ball 4. Third walk of the night allowed by Hickey, is that will allow Mast to reach base for the second time tonight, and the second time in his many plate appearances. So here comes Colin Adams, the catcher, to the plate. This will be righty on right here. Adams 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded out to third in the third, struck out looking in the 5th inning. Hickey, the second pitcher used by the SaberDogs tonight, first out of relief against after Dominic Parkhurst. First pitch from Adams, fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Mast takes a shuffling lead from first base. 3-1 Trappers, your score here in the top of the 7th. Hickey, first base side of the hill. Long hold as he delivers the 1-0 pitch. Fastball down low, snap to the first base. Picked by Brewer, tag applied, not in time. His Mast will get back in safely. A close play, a pitch up and out of the zone. Good pitch for Hannigan to throw down to first on. Short hopped into the glove of Brewer, who picked it cleanly and applied the tag on the front hand of Mast, but it was not in time, according to the field umpire in Archina. Hickey from the stretch, move over to first base. Back in safely goes Mast. So that pitch up and away is ball 2 to Adams. Ball 1 to Adams, excuse me. Ball 2 make that. Hickey from the stretch, pitch in the way. Fastball in the inside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike here with 1 down. Sun continuing to set here as we continue to conclude this series here against the Trappers. Game 3 of 3. SaberDogs will also stay home for a 3-game set this weekend against the Moos. The 2-1 is a fastball over the middle third of the plate, belt high, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So if you haven't gotten out to the ballpark through the first 3 games here of this homestand, you have 3 more chances. And a very good, very talented Fremont Moo team will be coming to Corbett Field this weekend. We're 20-11, third place in the Clark Division. Hickey from the stretch, 2-2 on the way. Swing and a foul off the glove of the catcher Hannigan. Count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I could tell you the players are geeked up for that series. Played them super tight back last weekend. SaberDogs winning the series 2 out of 3. Quite a dramatic, gutsy win on Sunday. 15-12 in 11 innings. They look to continue that this weekend. 2-2 on the way. Fastball sails upstairs. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mast will take his lead from first. We'll see if they go. Trappers have gone 3 times today. Hannigan has thrown out 2. And we saw a very close play on the third one in which Mast was safe. Hickey chomping on his gum, comes set. Payoff pitch in the way is a fastball up and in for ball 4. Second time Colin Adams will reach base today. First via the walk, the other a hit by pitch. First and second, 1 out now. A jam here for Hickey's. That brings up Ty Stoss to the plate. Stoss 1 for 2, flew out to center, single to the first. To make that single to the fourth, was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. So lefty on right here. So we're going to see a meeting at the mound. Bo Brewer coming out to talk to Hickey. Right behind him is going to be the assistant coach, pitching coach for Souris Valley, Benton Schweinfurth. Again, Hickey approaching 30 pitches here tonight in the top of the 7th inning. Again, your score, 3-1 Trappers here. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the Expedition League here tonight on this Thursday evening. The Big Sticks in a rain delay right now against the Horseheads. 6-0 that lead currently. The Sunfish over the Sasquatch, 9-3. Hastings over Fremont, 5-4 top 7. Spuds over the Tommyknockers, 1-0 top 4. And of course, here we are in Souris Valley. Trappers up 3-1. Now, yesterday was the highest scoring day in Major League Baseball, which was quite fun to watch if you're a baseball fan. In the Expedition League as well, though, we saw plenty of high-scoring games. And that didn't just include, of course, the 20-run game for the Sabre Dogs yesterday, but plenty of others as well, as Hickey comes set from the stretch. First and second, one away here for Stoss. First pitch is a fastball at the top of the zone, outside corner, strike one. No balls, one strike. We also saw an 18-4 Whiskey Jacks win over Western Nebraska. A 19-14 win for the Sasquatch over the Sunfish. Moo, 18-8 win over the Sodbusters. They also batted around twice and sent 18 batters to the plate in one inning, just like the Sabre Dogs did yesterday. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two, fastball at the top of the zone. No balls, two strikes. And then over in Mining City, a walk-off win for the Tommyknockers, 12-11 over the Spuds. So we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams scored 10 or more runs yesterday in the Expedition League. 3 of them had over 18. Make that 4 of them had over 18. Hickey from the stretch. 0-2 on the way. Swinging a line drive left field. Schwabe racing, and he's going to have to play it on a hop. Rounding third and getting the stop sign is Mast as Schwabe, the left fielder, gets it back in quickly. So there'll be a single for Ty Stoss. First hit Hickey is allowed tonight, as that will load the bases here with 1 out for Tyler Skelton, the DH. Wheat City scored 18. Spearfish scored 19. Souris Valley scored 20. Fremont scored 18. So there's the 4 over 18 runs. And you include Sioux Falls, who scored 14. Canyon County scored 11. Mining City scored 12. Unbelievable stuff. It's basically 3/4 of the league right there. And you add that with Major League Baseball, the highest scoring day of the season this far in Major League Baseball yesterday. The College World Series, Mississippi State, congratulations to them. 9-0 win over the Vanderbilt Ball Club as the next pitch is swung on and popped up shallow left. Schwabe will camp underneath it to make the catch. Faking the tag from third base is Massis. Schwabe will get a perfect throw back in that is cut off by the third baseman Bowling for out number 2. And if there's one thing we've learned about Caden Schwabe, is he can swing the bat, he can run, he can also throw it. Several outfield assists in the last month or so, including one the other night after Hannigan threw wide into left field. Schwabe was there to back it up and threw a strike in the air to the catcher Hannigan to throw out the runner at the plate. So 2 outs now, bases loaded. Brendan Perez having a good night tonight, coming to the plate 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. Righty on right here against Hickey. Hickey now to wait from another scoreless inning here. First pitch is a fastball upstairs, ball 1. Perez checks his swing, appeal over to the second base umpire. And Tony Archina says he went around, so that'll be strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So Perez a little antsy on a pitch, up and out of the strike zone. Hickey leans it for the sign again. Shakes off once. Now not. Hannigan sets up down. Hickey kicks, fires the 0-1. Swinging a bounding ball to short. Fielded on a couple hops by McGran. Will shovel to the second baseman and buckle in time for the 6-4 fielder's choice, as that will retire the side. Hickey struts off of the mound as he gets out of a bases-loaded jam here in the top of the 7th. Back-to-back scoreless innings for him as he keeps the deficit to 2. Stretch time here at Corbett Field as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score, the Trappers 3, the Sabre Dogs 1.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments, big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust, Live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-1 Trappers here as Caden Cardoso will come out for his second inning of work. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Dalton Bowling to lead it off. Fun moment concluding the top of the 7th inning. Sean Hickey came off the mound, putting another 0 on the board, got out of the bases loaded, 2 outs jam, and he was greeted by Drew Miller. The first pitch on the way from Cardoso is a fastball down the way, ball 1 ball, no strikes. He was greeted by Drew Miller, and they were mimicking, of course, the sticky substance protocols implemented by Major League Baseball just about a week ago. Miller checking the hair, checking the belt. It's the 1-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball that bites the outside corner knee-high, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Making sure Hickey wasn't using some sticky substances. Also, Hickey, in the beginning of the outing for him, had to take off his right arm sleeve. His white arm sleeve, in fact. So he's been checked a couple times tonight. So the 1-1 is a fastball at the knees, strike 2. Bowling really doesn't like that call as he bends down to his knees, steps out, takes a deep breath, and practices swing. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked like he was almost imitating the TSA security protocols. So the 1-2 is on its way. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 3. A strikeout for Cardoso, his second of the night. Back-to-back Ks, in fact. 4 up, 4 down for him, as Bowling is retired for the 3rd time tonight. So here comes Gunnar McGran, the shortstop, to the plate. He's 0 for 2, struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to 2nd, back in the 5th. Sabre Dogs really looking to piece together a rally right here. Just 1 hit tonight, 1 run through 6 1/3 of this ball game. First pitch to McGran, down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McGran, a young Sabre Dogs career for him so far. Debuted yesterday, coming in as a defensive replacement. Had 1 plate appearance and walked. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Next pitch is a fastball at the knees. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this infield shifting him to pull dramatically. The shortstop and Connor on the right side of the infield. A couple steps to the left of the second base bag, to his left of the second base bag, our right from the behind the home plate angle. As the 1-1 is swung on the ground to the left side. Past it, diving Connor into center field for a base hit. Good work from Gunnar McGran, beating the shift as he had a hard steamer through the infield turf in the outfield for his first hit in a Sabre Dogs uniform. 1 for 3 tonight. Very, very good piece of hitting. So here comes Lance Mcdonald to the plate, the DH tonight. And in fact, they may send it back to the first base dugout and pinch hit for him right here. And that's going to be the case. Here comes Drew Miller out from the first base dugout. He represents the tying run now with McGran at first base. And again, with 1 swing of the bat, he can tie this game at 3 apiece. Again, McDonald the DH tonight, so there will not need to be a defensive substitution for him this evening. So you can close the book on him. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout and a walk. Miller hitting .250, 2 homers, 19 RBIs. Appeared in Game 2 of the series yesterday, went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2 homers on the year. Number 3 would tie the game. Cardoso from the stretch. Pitch on the way is swung on and popped up, and I mean skied on the infield. First baseman Perez coming in front of the pitcher's mound. Now backs up and makes the catch for out number 2. Almost overran that one as Miller just missed underneath that one. Popped it up, scraping the sunshine here in Minot as it sets over behind the first base grandstands. So 2 outs now. A lot of funny notions by the pitcher and Cardoso, who put 2 hands in the air and said, "This is not my ball." And usually pitchers don't take any pop-ups. But Cardoso, he's a position player. He plays almost every position on the diamond. You expect him to make that play. Either way, his first baseman Perez was able to make the play for him. So 2 away, tying run still at the plate. Here's Reese Anderson. The first pitch is on its way. He shows bunt, drags it down the third base line. It's a beauty. Cordes fields it on the run. Thrown out to first base. Picked on the back end by Perez. It's not in time. An infield single for Reese Anderson on a drag, but a beauty. Second hit of the inning for Souris Valley. Third of the night. And they finally have something brewing. First and second with 2 away. And a great idea from Reese Anderson. We've seen him try to drag a couple times this year. Was successful against Fremont back in the 11th inning on Sunday. The third baseman, and Cordes was playing well back. The turf sped this up a little bit. It got to him quickly, fielded it on the run, threw across his body to first base, but Anderson was able to beat it out. Now, Monterio May is going to ask the second base umpire, Tony Archina, to have a meeting with Paul Sedicase right now, maybe to talk about what Sedicase saw from his home plate view. Again, they're going to look like It's going to hold the call here. So safe at first base is Anderson, his first hit of the evening. He's now 1 for 3. That brings up the top of the order, and Caden Schwabe, biggest spot of the night for the Sabre Dogs. McGran at second, Anderson at first. Anderson the tying run, Schwabe the go-ahead run. Both runners will be going on contact here as Cardoso leans it for the sign. Ball dangling in his right hand, left tucked into his front hip. He comes set, pauses at the belt. Schwabe looking for his first hit of the evening here. As he kicks and fires, first pitch on the way is a fastball over the middle of the plate, strike one. No balls, one strike. A right-hander starting to warm up in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. No one up in the Trappers bullpen as we speak. Cardoso, long look in, pace is slowed down as the Sabre Dogs have strung together their first rally of the night. Cardoso from the stretch, delivers the 0-1 on the way, breaking ball, misses up and away, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schwabe, 2 RBIs last night, now has 15 on the year, highlighted by the home run in the first inning. Just looking to keep this inning alive. Alan Greer on deck, Bo Brewer in the hole. 3-1 Trappers, bottom of the 7th, first in second base. 2 outs, runners takes their leads. Cardoso from the stretch, the 1-1 on the way, breaking ball, floats over the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schwabe cocks his head to the right, disagreeing with that call. He'll step out of the box, tap his cleat, have a conversation with Paul Sedicase behind the plate. There's a big back into the left-hander's batter's box here. McGran takes his lead from second, Anderson from first. Cardoso a strike away from getting out of the biggest jam of the night here for Pierre. He comes set at the belt. Lifts and delivers, low 1-2 on the way. Fastball at the knees for strike 3. Cardoso fired up as he walks off the mound to the third base dugout. A huge strikeout as he strands the tying run at first base with one of the best hitters in the Expedition League at the plate. We're heading to the top of the 9th. Trappers lead it 3-1 as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, the fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with dollar dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, dollar hot dogs on June 29th. Hey Sabre Dog fans, the fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure...
Ready to hit play on the top of the 8th. 3-1 Trappers, your score here at Corbett Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Sabre Dogs. Their third arm used tonight. It was Parkhurst who started it. Hickey who relieved and tossed 2 scoreless innings. Now passing the baton to right-hander Daniel Sharon out for his 6th outing of the year. 5th outing in relief. A 3.68 ERA, 2 saves. Has been in a lot of high leverage situations so far this year. 3 strikeouts to 4 walks to 10 hits allowed and 7 1/3 of innings work. Currently has not allowed a run since his first outing of the year, which was a start against Sioux Falls. So really good stuff for him. Again, 2 outings, make that 3 outings on the road trip. Tops 3 1/3 of innings work, allowed 4 hits combined, picked up the save and 1 strikeout. So he'll look to keep this deficit at 2 right here. This will be the first time he appears in this series. He's faced the Trappers once. It was back on June 19th in the 8-6 win for the Sabre Dogs. Came in and inherited a bases-loaded situation and induced a game-ending 5-4-3 double play. So he'll get 8-9-1 here in the Trappers order. Cordes, Williams, and Osborne here as he throws his final warm-up toss. And again, the Sabre Dogs, a tough break in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strung together really their first rally of the night. had the tying run at first base with Caden Schwabe at the plate. And Schwabe struck out looking on a fastball at the knees. He's a tough guy to strike out as well. It was a big, big pitch from Caden Cardoso. So Cordes digs in. He's 1 for 2 tonight. A fly to left, singled in the 4th. Walked and was caught stealing in the 6th inning. We're also going to see a defensive replacement at second base. Justin Cooper coming into the ball game for Declan Buckle. So the 3rd second baseman used of the night for Souris Valley. The first pitch is swung on it, seared down the 3rd baseline, past to diving Buckle as it rolls towards the left field corner. Cordes rounds first. He's heading for 2. It's dug out by Schwabe and left. Cordes making the turnaround second. He'll hold there as it's a leadoff double for Braden Cordes, his 2nd of the night, and he instantly puts himself in the scoring position with nobody out to open up this top of the 8th inning. Hard ground ball to the 3rd base line. It was a nice effort by the 3rd baseman, Bowling, who dove to his backhanded side. And the turf did not slow it down, to say the least, as it rolled quickly out to the base of the left field wall in foul territory. So here's the 9-hole hitter, Richard Williams, to the plate here. Top of the order on deck, and Bennett Osborne. Williams having a nice night. Productive at-bat in every plate appearance. A single, a sac fly, and a walk so far. Sac fly drove in his 7th run batted of the year. First pitch from Sharon. He shows bunt. Talking about Williams as he pulls back on a fastball upstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. First baseman Brewer well in front of the bag at first base, ready for a bunt. Bowling at a 45-degree angle at third base, ready for a steal or a bunt if necessary. Sharon from the stretch, middle of the rubber, set at the belt. Kicks and delivers the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul off the catcher and Hannigan for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A right-hander looking to start to get warmed down in the Sabre Dogs pen for the Trappers. A right-hander starting to toss down in their pen down the left field line. Top half of the 8th inning. Again, Justin Cooper coming into the game at second base. It started with Ethan Moore, who was ejected. Buckle then came into the game. Played for a couple of innings, had one plate appearance, walked against Cardoso. And now we have Justin Cooper in the game at second base. 3rd second baseman used tonight. Sharon from the stretch again, pauses at the belt, checks second twice, looks in. The 1-1. Fastball down and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here with nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. 3 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Trappers. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for Souris Valley. Sharon, a long look into his catcher and Hannigan. He comes set. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brewer in now, Bowling back behind the bag at third base. As Sharon lifts and delivers the 2-1. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Other substitutions that we saw earlier. Drew Miller coming into the game of the DH spot for Lance Mcdonald. So Miller now in the game of the DH spot, hitting 8th. No defensive substitution needed, of course, with it being the DH spot. Hitters count here for Williams, the 9-hole hitter tonight. Sharon from the stretch delivers the 3-1 on the way, swinging a hard ground ball down the first base line and foul for strike 2. Late hack by Williams on that one. Count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still nobody out. 3-1 Trappers your score here in the top of the 8th. When we hit to the bottom of the 8th inning, the good part of the lineup, a meaty part of the lineup for the Sabre Dogs, 2, 3, and 4, Alan Greer, Bo Brewer, and Declan Buckle. In fact, correction, it'll actually be Justin Cooper in Declan Buckle's spot. As Cooper has just come into the ball game, as we mentioned moments ago. Again, the Sabre Dogs just a bloop and a blast away from tying this up. The Trappers threatening for more here. Cordes at second base takes his lead, nobody out. Sharon's payoff pitch on the way. Fastball just a bit low, ball 4. That'll send Williams over to first base with the free pass. A really good pitch and a really good spot by Sharon right there. Fastball that crossed the plate on the outside corner, back third of the plate. But according to the home plate umpire in Sedicase, was just an inch or 2 low. So first and second, nobody out. Williams has had a productive plate appearance every time he's come to the plate. Single sac fly, walk now. Here's Bennett Osborne trying to turn the tail on his night. He's 0 for 4. Bowling in front of the grass at third, 45-degree angle again. Osborne shows bunt, pops it up. Hannigan couldn't find it as it rolls behind him. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Patrick Connor on deck. A good bunting situation here for Monterio Mays Trappers. Again, late in this ball game, first and second, nobody out. You haven't scored a run since the 4th inning, and you know the Sabre Dogs offense is sizzling right now, even though you've limited them to 3 hits. Need as many runs as possible right now. And if Osborne can execute the bunt, it would be second and third, 1 out for your 2 spot in Patrick Connor. Bowling and Brewer in at third and first base, middle back. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt picked by the catcher Hannigan. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Osborne not showing bunt on that pitch right there, so maybe Monterio May took it off. Cordes takes his lead from second base. Williams from first. 3-1 Trappers your score. Sharon, glove tucked into his chest, leaves it for the side. Now comes set as he unites his glove and his hand at the belt. Swing and a line shot foul off to the right side. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 11th pitch of the inning coming up for Sharon right here. And again, he's been very impressive early on here. As we mentioned, Alex Miklos right out the gate has not hesitated to put him in high leverage spots. We talked about 2 saves. Has constantly been in late game situations, in close games as well. Long look in for Sharon. He now comes set. Righty on right as Osborne digs back in. First and second, nobody out. Sharon looks at second once, now delivers the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball left side. Bowling dives, can't get a base hit left field. Cordes will round third. He's heading for the plate. Ball now bobbled by Schwabe and left. So Cordes will score standing up. An RBI single for Bennett Osborne as that extends the Trappers' lead to 4-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. And Schwabe probably had to play at the plate. We know the Army has in left field. If he fields this cleanly, by the time he touched the ball, Cordes was just tapping third base and rounding third and heading for home. Would have been a close play at the plate. Either way, run scores, 4-1 lead now, 11th hit of the night for the Trappers. Cordes at first and second now. Nobody out still. Osborne at first base, Williams at second. Here comes Patrick Connor, the shortstop to the plate. Sharon at the belt from the stretch. Looking for a double play ball right here. Long hold as he kicks and fires. The first pitch on the way. Fastball over the outside corner, about knee height, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike here with nobody out. Sabre Dogs took game 1 of the series 11-6, game 2 of the series 20-7. Have won 5 series in a row. Have also taken every game they've played against the Trappers so far this season. Meanwhile, Pierre looking to muster 1 game here at Corbett Field. 0-1, breaking ball, floats over the zone for strike 2, middle of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. The Sabre Dogs could come back and win tonight. That would be their 4th series sweep, their 2nd sweep against the Trappers in the year. Trappers currently coming in at 9-20, looking for their 10th win of the year. Just one of 3 teams who have not hit 10 wins yet. The Horseheads and Sodbusters sit with them as well at the bottom of their respective divisions. 0-2 from Sharon on the way, breaking ball, down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still nobody out here in this top of the 8th inning. Inning started with the double off the bat of Cordes, hard ground ball down the left field line. Williams walked. Osborne singled in Cordes from second base. And here we are with 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out on Patrick Connor, first and second. Sharon from the belt. Comes set, the 1-2. Fastball down the way, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pace has really slowed down here in this top of the 8th inning as Sharon has gotten into this jam right here. Still flying through it, 9:20 local time, hitting just over the 2-hour mark in this ball game. And there's 6 outs left on both ends. Sharon from the stretch, middle of the rubber here. Kicks and delivers, the 2-2 on the way. Fastball runs inside by a smidge for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The catcher Hannigan holding that one there for an extra couple of seconds, trying to get the call. So the count now runs full at 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Forces at first, second, and third. Williams takes his lead from second, Osborne from first. Sharon peers in, now comes set. Here's his payoff pitch on the way. Fastball at the knees for strike 3. Big out number 1 for Daniel Sharon. Strikeout number 1 of the night as well. So that holds Osborne at first base and Williams at second. Here comes the 3-hole hitter and Eric Mass to the plate. And Sharon is a double play ground ball out away from sending this to the bottom of the 8th inning, limiting the damage to just 1 run. Middle infielders in double play depth. Again, that's McGran at short. Cooper just coming into the game at second. Outfield straight up here as Sharon comes set at the belt. Lefty on right. Open stance from Mast. As the first pitch is on its way. Swing and a miss. Big rip from Mast, who was out in front of an off-speed pitch for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sharon, that's the prime definition of pulling the string right there. As he quickly climbs back up the hill and leaves it for the sign again. Mast. 1 for 3 tonight, a walk, a single, a stole the base, his 5th of the year. Also grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 3rd. Sharon from the stretch again. Lifts and delivers the 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs in the second for the Trappers, 1 in the fourth, 1 here in the 8th for the Sabre Dogs. 1 run that came in the fourth on the Dalton Bowling sacrifice fly to left field. Count even at 1 here with 1 out. First and second, 3-run lead here for the Trappers, 4-1, top 8. Sharon at the belt, kicks and delivers the pitch on the way. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 2, perfect spot. Nothing that Mask could really do about that one. Count moves in the advantage of Sharon. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Right-hander still up in the Trappers' pen. No one now up in the Sabre Dogs' pen. Mast waving his bat back and forth, now carries it above his left shoulder as Sharon takes a while to look into his catcher and Hannigan, going with multiple sides with Williams at second base. Runners take their leads, 1 down, 4-1 Trappers. 1-2 on the way, fastball up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Again, a decent crowd on hand tonight, not as big as what we saw the last couple of nights, but the fans have been fairly loud here tonight. First base VIP section completely full. Sprinkled our fans in the third base VIP section. Hopefully grandstands about 40% full tonight. Count even at 2 here. Sharon from the stretch again. Kicks and delivers the 2-strike pitch on the way. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Sharon, both looking. As that is out number 2. Here in this 8th inning. Holds the runners at first and second as he froze the left-handed hitting Mask with a fastball in the inside corner. Probably some arm side run on it, likely starting inside to Mask as it buzzed and clipped that inside corner at the very last second. So Sharon and out away from getting out of this inning here. Standing in his way is a powerful right-handed hitter in Colin Adams, who has 3 hits in this series, all 3 homers. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Reached base twice on a hit by pitch in the walk. First pitch, breaking ball, misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here with 2 away. Forces at first, second, and third here. Sabre Dogs once again will be sending up 2, 3, and 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning, now trailing by 3. Alan Greer, Bo Brewer, and Justin Cooper. Sharon, first base side of the rubber behind 1-0. Kicks and fires, pitch on the way. Breaking ball, misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, the count here with 2 outs. The Sabre Dogs dropped this ball game. This will be their first loss since Saturday when they fell with the Fremont move. They still took that series, however, have taken this one already, having been victorious in the first 2 games. Hitters count for Adams, 2-0. Pitch from Sharon. Fastball at the knees, outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield, straight up, your arms left to right. Schwabe, Anderson, and Greer with 2 outs. Williams will be going on contact at second base. Very likely would come around to score on a base hit to the outfield turf. Sharon still behind, 2 balls, 1 strike. Stares into his catcher and Hannigan, shakes once, now nods. Time now called by the home plate umpire in Sedicase as the right-handed swinging Adams steps out of the box. Sharon stares in for the sign again, comes set at the belt. Kicks and delivers. Here's his 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball at the knees, outside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So what a bounce back here for Sharon. Gives off a leadoff double, a walk, then an RBI single. First and second, 1 run in already, nobody out. Strikes out both Connor and Mass looking, and is it out away from getting out of this jam, limiting the damage to 1. Fans clapping their hands, getting into it for their right-hander. Sharon from the stretch. The 2-2 on the way, swinging a ground ball to short, ranging to his right as McGraw picks it up, throws to the covering second baseman and Cooper. That is just in the nick of time to retire Osborne at second base. 6-4 fielder's choice concludes the top of the 8th. 1 run in for the Trappers on the RBI single for Bennett Osborne, his 7th run batted in of the year. Let's head to the bottom of the 8th. Sabre Dogs have some work to do down to their final 6 outs. Down by 3, 2, 3, and 4 due up when we come back. Alan Greer will lead it off.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities?
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it.
Just a joint. It was just one or two. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver, and no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it.
Just a joint. It was just one or two. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver, and no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
This is Colin Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101.
Sweet Caroline echoing throughout the chambers of Corbett Field as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-1 Trappers here as the fans look to help will the Sabre Dogs back into this ball game. Here's Cardoso out for his third inning of work. The first pitch on the way to Alan Greer is a fastball upstairs, ball one. One ball, no strikes. One more run in on the Osborne RBI single to left field in the top of the 8th. Greer looking for his first knock. He's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts in the ground out. Cardoso winds and fires the 1-0. Fastball swung on and lined over the leaping head of the shortstop. Connor in the left field for a base hit. Alan Greer right on cue checks in with his first hit, snapping an 0 for 7 skid. What a start here to open up the bottom of the 8th inning as that brings up Bo Brewer to the plate, who's had a tough night as well. 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts, walked and stole the base back in the 4th inning, part of a double steal with Colin Hannigan. So Brewer looking for some history right here, but more importantly, you got to imagine getting back into this ball game is on the line, and is on his mind, excuse me. First pitch from Cardoso, breaking ball upstairs. Brewer leans out of the way, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Brewer, the league leading hitter this season. Alan Greer having a great year himself, hitting .315 coming into this game. Has 24 still in the bag, so he can run. Definitely has a green light here if he wants to go. Cardoso, there he goes. One pitch is inside for a strike. Throw down to second base. Tag applied by the second baseman. Instas is in time to gun down Alan Greer at second base. A mighty close play that nabs Greer for out number 1. Tough break as that eliminates the leadoff single. So 1 down now. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike here to Bo Brewer as he looks to restart this rally here, and that's a big throw from the catcher, in Colin Adams. Cardoso from the first base side winds and tosses. Low on 1. Fastball up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. One down. 3-run deficit for the Sabre Dogs. Cardoso through a 2 1/3 of an inning's work so far. Pitch on the way, breaking ball at the knees, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Justin Cooper on deck after coming into the game for Declan Buckle. Brewer steps out, asking the home plate umpire and Paul Sedicase if that was low. Doesn't look to be too upset, just asking. As he steps back in the box, pounds his chest, going with no batting gloves right now. As Cardoso winds and deals. The 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball line, second base side. The second baseman, Stoss, galloping to his left, will make the catch for out number 2. So the hitting streak in jeopardy right now for Bo Brewer as he's 0 for 3 as we sit in the bottom of the 8th inning here with 2 outs. Again, came into this game having picked up a hit in each of the first 31 games of the year. Doubled the Expedition League record, which was 15, set by former Sabre Dog E.J. Rennell back in 2018. Has extended his on-base streak, however, on-base streak at 32. So the first pitch to Justin Cooper is a breaking ball down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So this will be Cooper's first at-bat. Came into the ball game at the top of the 8th at second base. Sabre Dogs have used 3 second basemen tonight. Ethan Moore, Declan Buckle, and Cooper. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So the Sabre Dogs find themselves now down to their final 4 outs here. Cardoso from the first base side, twists and tosses. The 2-2 on the 2-0 on the way. That is a fastball outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes here with 2 outs. So maybe a squeak of hope for this inning for Souris Valley here if Cooper could reach first base. Colin Hannigan, a hot swinger on deck. Next pitch on the way from Cardoso is a fastball for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Cooper digs back in, hitters count for him. Homered in game 1, his 5th of the year. Cleared the back wall in left field. 3-1. Fastball down and away for ball 4. So Cooper will take the walk in his first plate appearance of the night. That'll bring up Colin Hannigan to the plate. Another productive night for him. Has thrown out 2 base runners behind the plate. Picked up a single in the 4th, stole the bag. Struck out swinging the 6th. Also walked back in the 2nd inning. And if he could reach base, that would bring the tying run to the plate in the hands of Dalton Bowling, who currently stands on deck. 4-1 Trappers, bottom of the 8th inning, 2 outs. Cooper at first. Pitch from Cardoso is a breaking ball in the outside corner, strike 1. Snapped over to first, gets away for the first baseman Perez and rolls down the right field line. Cooper can run for a while. He taps second, he's heading for 3. Williams just picking it up, heading for the plate. Now it's Cooper. The throw back in, the relay from Stotts is not in time. Cooper circles the bases all the way from first base after an errant back pick attempt by the catcher and Colin Adams. That cuts the deficit in half. It's now 4-2 as Cooper turned on the turbo jets and ran over 270 feet right there. Dove back into first base on the back pick attempt. Got away from the first baseman Perez wide in foul territory. In fact, as he laid out, could not get it. The right fielder Williams went to back it up, but this ball went all the way to the back corner in foul territory and right. So the next pitch is a breaking ball outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So that'll be an E2 on the catcher, and Adams, the first error of the night, charged to the Trappers. Cardoso winds and tosses, low on 1. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hannigan grits his teeth on that one, thinking it was a smidge outside. So Cardoso a strike away from getting out of this inning. That run unearned as Cooper scored on the error from the Trappers' backstop. Cardoso shakes off once. Time now called by the home plate umpire and Paul Sedicase, granted to the catcher and Adams. Do it for the Trappers, and what will be the top of the 9th inning will be 5, 6, and 7, Stoss, Skelton, and Perez. 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball swung on and popped up. Fair territory. The catcher Adams ranging out. Now ranges back into foul territory as he makes the catch with 2 hands in the left-hander's batter's box to retire the side. Sabre Dogs pick up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, no runners left on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We got a 4-2 ball game as we head to the first of the 9th. 4-2 your score. Daniel Sharon coming out for his 2nd inning of work.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper.
Top half of the ninth inning, 4-2 Trappers your score. SaberDogs bringing around one more run to score in the bottom of the eighth inning after Justin Cooper dove back to the first base bag safely on a back pick attempt by the catcher and Colin Adams, but the throw was wide into foul territory, got past the first baseman Perez, rolled all the way to the right field corner, allowing Cooper to score from first base. So a 2-run lead now, Sharon trying to keep that way, as Ty Stoss will lead it off. First pitch on the way is a fastball upstairs, ball 1, 1-0 strikes. Stoss 2 for 3, a fly to center, a single in the fourth, was hit by a pitch in the fifth, singled in the seventh as well. Eventful night for him. Sharon winds and deals the 1-0. Fastball buzzes across the inside corner, strike 1. 1-1 strike. 4 runs, 11 hits, an error for the Trappers. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Souris Valley. As Sharon steps back, lifts, and tosses the 1-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup is Stoss. 4 strike 2, weak wave, 1-2 strikes. We'll see if Caden Cardoso comes out for the ninth inning, trying to close this thing out. A right-hander continues to warm down in the Trappers' pen, but Cardoso has been very good tonight, pitching at a familiar ballpark here at Corbett Field. 1-2, fastball up and away, ball 2. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Sharon, allowed 1 run in the eighth inning on the RBI single from Osborne, then bounced back quite quickly, picking up 2 strikeouts and induced a 6-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Colin Adams, as his shortstop McGran tossed to Justin Cooper covering the second base bag. 2-2 on the way, fastball up and away, ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. For Sharon walked 1 batter in that eighth inning. That was Richard Williams. He would be stranded at second base. Stoss digs back in. Wide stance from the left side. Payoff pitch on the way. Swinging a bounding ball to second. Cooper ranges to his right, backhands it, picks it up, sets his feet, throws to first base. That's in time to retire Stoss for out number 1. 4-3 put out. Nice play by Cooper, ranging up the middle of the diamond. With a lot of poise, set his feet to throw to first base. Here comes Tyler Skelton to the plate. Skelton 1 for 4, singled in the second, flew out to center, right, and left in order in the 4th, 5th, and 7th innings, respectively. Due up for Souris Valley at the bottom of the 9th inning, down by 2 here. Will be 6, 7, and 8 in their order. Dalton Bowling, Gunnar McGran, and Drew Miller. Sharon steps back and tosses the first pitch, swinging a chopper off the front, make it the back leg of Skelton for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike as it rolls into foul territory. Skelton will take a breather as he steps down to the right-hander's batter's box. For the SaberDogs, remember, just a bloop and a blast away from tying this ball game up. More than capable of bringing around 2 runs to score. Remember, this offense averages 10.5 runs per game, leads the league in runs scored with 330 coming into this ball game. We're going to make that 335 by the end of the 9th inning. How special would that be? Sharon, glove covering his face, looks it for the sign, comes set, steps back, kicks, fires the 0-1, swinging another chopper off the foot of Skelton. May have got the other one right there as he limps out of the right-hander's batter's box. Now puts both hands on both knees as he limps back towards the third base dugout, takes the helmet off right now. Looks to be in some pain, is then to strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Waves away his third base coach, says he's all right. Again, just tough luck. Back-to-back pitches. Sharon with a lot of sink on that fastball to a right-handed hitter in Skelton, who took a couple of hacks at it. Fouled it off what looked to be first his back leg, the next his front leg. Either way, Sharon ahead. No balls, 2 strikes here. Infield straight up, outfield straight up as well. Brendan Perez, the first baseman on deck. As Sharon tugs the rubber with his right foot, plants with his left foot right in front of him, is now Skelton dealing with the mosquitoes, it looks like, swatting them out of his face. I'll tell you, you can't see it on the YouTube live stream. The mosquitoes have gotten out of hand the last couple of days. 0-2, breaking ball, just misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I thought they were getting us in the booth up here, but it looks like they're getting the players as well down on the field. Sharon now starting to wipe his face away as well as he leans it for the side, comes set, and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, make that an off-speed pitch very likely, blocked by Hannigan for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander warming up in the SaberDogs bullpen just in case Sharon can't get through this inning, but very likely looking to get as many opportunities as he can to send this thing to the bottom of the ninth. In good shape so far. 1 out, nobody on, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, breaking ball. Slips out of his hand, misses up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Trappers brought around 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the eighth. Sabre Dogs, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the eighth as well. 4-2 your score. An uncharacteristically low-scoring ball game here for the Sabre Dogs. 3-2 on the way. Fastball misses down and away, 4 ball 4. So that'll be a walk here to Tyler Skelton after battling back, falling behind 0-2. Works a 3-2 count and the walk. He'll take first base with 1 out. An important insurance run for the Trappers now at first base as Brendan Perez will come to the plate. That's the second walk surrendered by Sharon this evening. Righty on right once again. Perez homered back in the second inning. A screaming line drive the other way to right field. Since then is 1 for 3, singled in the fourth. Grounded, or make that. Yes, 1 for 3, excuse me. Singled in the fourth, flew out to right in the sixth, grounded to a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the seventh. First pitch from Sharon, fastball, misses down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Sabre Dogs when we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Currently down by 2. Sharon, long look in, shakes off once, now twice, now nods. Skelton takes his lead from first. Sharon from the stretch. Check over to first base. Skelton gets back in safely, so the 1-0 pitch will have to wait. Game 3 of 3 here. Sabre Dogs will get right back at it tomorrow, Friday night, for Game 1 against the Fremont Mood. That'll be a 7:05 first pitch. It'll be a very electrifying ball game. A lot of energy in that one you got to expect. It's the 1-0 is a fastball down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Checking in on the Fremont Moon, their scores here tonight. Checked in a little bit earlier. Currently have a final over in Hastings, beating the Sodbusters 6-3 over at Duncan Field. Or excuse me, that was yesterday's score, my apologies. As Sharon comes set from the stretch, the 2-0 on the way. Fastball swung and a popped up first base side, out of play, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now on Perez. Let me get you that score. Currently, we have a final. The Moo beating the Sodbusters at Moeller Field in Fremont by a final score of 6-5. So they'll come in riding it hot. With that win, the Moo now move to 21-11 on the year. Sabre Dogs currently 22-9. 2-1, weak wave and a miss. Strike 2 on a breaking ball that Perez was out in front of. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here with 1 out. Thank you so much for tuning in here on YouTube Live tonight as well as Mixler. A fantastic ball game, a good one to conclude this series after 2 very high-scoring affairs in games 1 and 2. Skelton takes his lead from first. Sharon fires the 2-2, swing and a foul off the mitt of the catcher in Hannigan. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good curveball right there from Sharon. Doubles up on it. Perez out in front on both of them. We'll see if he triples up on it or tries to go with a fastball, maybe up and out of the strike zone after starting him with a couple of breaking balls down out of the zone. Skelton takes his lead after the walk. 1 down, 1 on. Top of the ninth, 4-2 Trappers your score. Sharon, quick move over the first base. Back in safely with a headlong slide is Skelton. It's the 2-2 pitch. We'll have to wait. Perez digs back in the right-hander's batter's box. Open stance. Sharon looking for a ground ball, double play ball. He's set. Middle of the rubber at the belt. Long hold as he fires the 2-2. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow right field. Second baseman Cooper backpedaling out onto the outfield turf. Greer coming in. It's the second baseman Cooper to make the two-handed grab in shallow right for out number 2. So 2 down now. Skelton retreats back to first base. Here comes Braden Cordes to the plate. Cordes, 2 for 2 today. A fly to left, a single, a walk. Doubled back in the 8th inning as well. Again, 4-2 Trappers, your score, top of the 9th inning. Sharon and out away from tossing together his first scoreless inning of this ball game. Sharon peers into his catcher and Hannigan. Out comes set at the bell. Righty on right again. Kicks, fires, first pitch. Breaking ball, floats over the top edge of the strike zone. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Everybody straight up, back as well on the infield. Cooper a couple steps up the middle. Outfield playing straight up depth as well. Cordes doubled back in the 8th inning, came around to score. That's a big run. If they don't score a run at the top of the 8th, we've got a 1-run ball game right now. Instead, it's a 2-run lead for the Trappers. The next pitch is on its way. Fastball for a strike, outside corner. Sharon quickly ahead No balls, 2 strikes. Sharon just about halfway to the century mark in his pitch count as he leads it for the sign. Pauses at the bell. Skelton takes his lead from first. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a foul straight off to the left side towards the third base dugout. On the ground as the count moves to, or I should say stays at no balls and 2 strikes. And again, that fastball, a lot of sink on it from Sharon. Getting in on the hands and sawing off Cordes. But again, almost fouled that off himself, just like we saw Skelton do twice back in his previous at-bat. Fans getting into it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Sharon fires. Pitch in the way. Breaking all the dirt. Good block by the catcher, and Hannigan ranging to his right. Able to smother it for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here are 2 outs. Wind not a factor anymore. Flag in straightaway center field completely still. Sun setting here on a very clear night at the ballpark. About 90 degrees at first pitch. Has cooled off just a little bit. Sharon from the stretch. Fires the 1-2, breaking ball, down and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander up in the pen for the Trappers. Again, it's been 3 relief outings for Caden, or 3 relief innings make that for Caden Cardoso so far. The question for Monterio May is if he comes out for the 9th or not, or if they go to another man in their pen. Sharon from the stretch. His 2-strike pitch again. Swinging a pop at first base side. Brewer ranging to his left towards the track. He's going to run out of room as he goes out of play. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Skelton will be going on contact here. Ball into the gap, may be able to score him from first base. He's the DH tonight, has 7 stolen bases on the year, so he's proven he can run. Third base dugout for the Trappers, very loud right now, singing along to the Seven Nation Army, echoing throughout Corbett Field. Sharon from the stretch, the 2-2 on the way. In the dirt, 5 holes Hannigan as it gets to the backstop for ball 3. Heading into second base goes Skelton. So that'll be a wild pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Sharon receives the ball back from his catcher and Hannigan. Again, a tough play right there. Hannigan got down. It looks like it may have been a fastball that skidded about 45 feet to the ground. Maybe he was expecting it to hop up more as he got underneath his glove right between his 2 legs to the backstop. Sharon peers in. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Williams, the 9-0 hitter on deck. Time now called. Home plate umpire in Sidicase granting it to Braden Cordes. He steps out, stares at the barrel of his bat, readjusts his helmet, swats away the mosquitoes, digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. Skelton takes his lead from second, will be going on contact. Sharon kicks and tosses, his 3-2 on the way. Swinging a soft ground ball to short. Charging is McGran. Picks it up on the run. Throws to first base. That is in time. What a nice play by Gunnar McGran. Charging it aggressively. Throwing across his body on the run to first base. In time to retire a speedy Cordes. It's rally time here at Corbett Field. The Sabre Dogs trailing 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. They are a bloop and a blast away from tying this ball game up. Make sure to stay tuned. Due up, Dalton Bowling, Gunnar McGran, and Drew Miller when we come back. Trappers up 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 9th.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05.
Here we are, bottom of the ninth inning here at Corbett Field in the Magic City. SaberDogs looking for some magic here in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 4-2. They'll send up 6, 7, and 8. Dalton Bowling to lead it off against another familiar face, Minot State product and former SaberDog from last year, Tyler Lubin, the Submariner, trying to close this game out. First pitch to Bowling is swung on and popped up down the right field line and foul. Strike one, 0-1. For Lubin, it's been a fantastic season. 2-0 and 0.71 ERA has just allowed one earned run through 12 2/3 of innings pitched. The last run, that only run, coming up in his last outing against Wheat City on June 27th. He's also picked up one save that came against the Sunfish back on June 5th in a 5-2 Trappers win. 0-1, breaking ball misses just a smidge outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we saw Parkhurst, a Minot State Beaver, start the game for Souris Valley. Cardoso, 3 gutsy innings in relief of 1-run ball to keep it a 2-run lead for the Trappers. And now Lubin, another Minot State product here in the ninth, trying to seal the deal. 1-1, fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bowling, 0 for 2, has driven in one of the 2 runs for the SaberDogs tonight. That was on a sac fly to left field for his 12th run batted in. Has driven in 3 runs in this series. Lubin ahead, 1-2, he comes set. The Submariner kicks and tosses the 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 1 as the SaberDogs are down to their final 2 outs. And that may have been a fastball right there. Looked to have some cut on it as it broke away from Bowling. Either way, it's a big out for Lubin as that'll bring up Gunnar McGran, the shortstop, to the plate. And again, all Souris Valley needs is a base runner to reach here in the bottom of the ninth inning to force the tying run to the plate. Particularly important that McGran can reach right here because you have a powerful bat and Drew Miller on deck. First pitch from Lubin. Fastball knee-high inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Trappers. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the SaberDogs. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Lubin holds his arms extended out, now brings them to his belt. Comes set, the 0-1. Swinging a soft line drive down the third base line, slicing fouls. It was off the fists of McGran. Strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes, the count. McGran, the shortstop tonight, he's 1 for 3. Singled through the teeth of the shift back in the 7th inning. Looking for another base hit right here. The shortstop, Connor, shifting him up the middle. Not on the right side of the infield like he was with 2 strikes last time up with McGran at the plate. Lubin extends his arms out again, comes set at the belt. Delivers the 0-2 on the way. Fastball just a smidge off the outside corner, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is a loud Trappers dugout right now. They know how important this win is, especially after such a difficult latter 2 games in this series. Justifiably very pumped up right now as they watch their closer in Tyler Lubin. The 1-2 on the way. Fastball just a little bit outside, ball 2. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Incredible eye, incredible discipline from McGran to lay off and spit on those 2 pitches, just about an inch or 2 off the outside corner. With Lubin with that low arm slot, he's going to generate a lot of sink and run arm side with that fastball. Count even at 2 with 1 out. He delivers the 2-2. Fastball misses inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And again, McGran started falling behind at no balls and 2 strikes. Has worked a full count. It is imperative that he reaches base right here if the SaberDogs want to tie this ball game up. Lubin leans in, gets his sign from his catcher. Adams comes set at the belt. Lefty on right. The payoff pitch on the way. Swinging a line drive left field. That's through for a base hit. Left fielder Osborne on his horse will cut it off in the gap. Gunnar McGran picks up his 2nd hit in as many plate appearances. And that brings up the tying run to the plate in the hands of the ever so daunting Drew Miller. Miller came into the game in the 7th. Pinch hit for Lance Mcdonald. Popped out to the first baseman, and Perez just missed it, scraping the clouds above Corbett Field. Has 2 homers this year. Both have come here at home in Minot. Going to be tough to elevate a pitch against the Submariner and Lubin. But if he could leave the yard, this game would be tied. First pitch, fastball inside. Miller scoots out of the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 4 runs, 11 hits, an error for the Trappers. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Souris Valley. Infield and double play depth, that's the shortstop, Connor, and the second baseman, Stars. Pinched up the middle. Move over to first base, back in safely goes McGran. For Lubin, as we mentioned, has just allowed 1 run this season. Opponents are just hitting 200 on the dot. A whip of 1.03. He's only walked 4 batters as well. McGran takes his lead from first. Pitch on the way from Lubin. Swinging a high fly ball. Belted out to deep right. Williams looking up. This one's gone. A 2-run game tying home run for Drew Miller. And we are knotted at 4 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And there was no doubt about this one. Home run number 3 on the year from Miller. And it could not have come at a better time. Oh my goodness, we are tied at 4. Just the second and third runs of the year allowed by Tyler Lubin. And that one was a shot, cleared the back wall in right field. Oh my goodness. RBIs for Miller, 2 more on his line. 3rd home run of the year as Reese Anderson, the 9-hole hitter, now has a conversation with Alex Miklos, and Drew Miller has just shot adrenaline throughout every single fan in this crowd. And that's a tough pitcher to do it off of. Tyler Lubin allowing just 1 run through 12 2/3 of an inning's work this year. That 1 run coming in his last outing against Wheat City. Sabre Dogs were down to their final 2 outs. And here we are now tied at 4. This team does not give up. Had just 2 runs through 8 innings. A team who scored 20 runs yesterday, 11 runs the night before. We're limited to 2 through 8 1/3 of an inning's work. And I said magic in the Magic City coming into this inning, and Drew Miller brought out a magic wand, a Victus bat with a black barrel, and sparkled a ball over the back wall in right field to tie this ball game up. Looks like we're going to see some defensive changes here. The first baseman Perez coming towards the mound. The assistant coach for the Trappers bringing the entire infield onto the mound right now as Reese Anderson comes to the plate. Anderson 1 for 3, reach base in the 7th with an infield bunt single. My goodness, what a ball game tonight. Sabre Dogs looking for the sweep, can win it with a run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And again, the Trappers going through some strategy right now. Again, Reese Anderson had a long conversation with Alex Miklos back before this inning, or I should say before the meeting on the mound. Got to wonder what that conversation was about. We know that Anderson has good speed. We know he bunted earlier, so that's absolutely in the back of the mind of every Trappers player right now. Lubin leans in for the sign. Anderson digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Court is playing well back at third. Now he's coming in a little bit late, even with the bag. As the first pitch to Anderson is a weak swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And this would have been a ginormous win for the Trappers, and they still have time to pick up a win if they could send this to extras. But you got to think, knowing you're 2 outs away against a difficult team, this one's got to hurt right now. 0-1 to Anderson. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schwabe, the top of the order on deck. Doesn't get much easier from here for Lubin. He's set from the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike, 4-4 game here in the bottom of the 9th. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop at first base side, foul territory. Perez, the first baseman, ranging towards the dugout. He'll make the running catch on the track and foul territory, make that for out number 2. So the inning started with the strikeout of Bowling, the single from Gunnar McGran, and then the home run, the 2-run shot off the bat of Drew Miller. Top of the order now in Caden Schwabe. He's 0 for 3, a fly to left, a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. And again, the goal, reach base any way you can. If he can get to first, we know his speed. 33 stolen bases on the year. If he can put himself in scoring position, for Alan Greer, the Sabre Dogs have a chance to walk it off. First pitch from Lubin. Runs down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So now 4 runs, 11 hits, and error for the Trappers. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. Lubin from the first base side comes set of the belt. 1-0. Fastball runs down and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Shortstop and Connor shifting up the middle. The second baseman Stas straight up. Woo! What an inning. Lubin from the stretch, first base side. Kicks and fires, the 2-0 on the way. Fastball over the middle of the plate, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Sabre Dogs had people warming up down in the pen. We'll see if Daniel Sharon comes out for the 10th if it does get that far. Again, he's just coming back into the first base dugout. Lubin from the stretch. Lifts and delivers, the 2-1 on the way. Swinging a hard ground ball, left side. That's through for a base hit. And the winning run is aboard with 2 outs. And arguably the fastest player in the Expedition League represents that winning run at first base. Here comes Alan Greer. He's singled back in the 8th inning. Was caught stealing. Just needs to keep the inning alive as Bo Brewer, the league leading hitter, looms on deck. The catcher, Adams, has had a good time throwing out runners today. He has allowed a couple of stolen bases, but he's also thrown out both Declan Buckle and Alan Greer. Schwab, who has 33 stolen bases and leads the league, takes his lead from first base. Lubin from the stretch, first base side. Long hold. There goes Schwab, pitch on the way. Is a strike on the outside corner. Throw down to second base. Is on line. Tag applied. Not in time. Schwab safe at second. Tyler Lubin furious as he falls to 2 knees. Takes his hat off. The second baseman and Stas, who caught the throw as well, very upset with the second base umpire and Tony Archina. A very close play either way, but the ruling is safe. Schwab at second base with stolen base number 34, and he's the winning run in scoring position with 2 outs. For Alan Greer at the plate, the pitcher's a fastball for a strike in the outside corner, and Montario Mays having a conversation with Tony Archina at second base. A lot of credit to Colin Adams, who made a perfect throw down to second base. That's what it takes to retire a base runner with the caliber of speed that Schwab has. But according to Archina, Schwab was able to slide in underneath the tag just in time. So now, Alan Greer, a base hit away from being the hero, one of many heroes in this ball game. You could point to Drew Miller, who tied the game up with 1 down. Sabre Dogs were down to their final 2 outs. Blasted a home run over the wall in right field. Greer looking to send these fans home happy and avoid extra innings tonight. So Greer digs back to the right-hander's batter's box. Everybody who's held at the ballpark here in this game has been treated to a masterpiece. Greer trying to put the cherry on top and punctuate this game with an exclamation point. There goes Schwab for third. Lubin steps up. Schwab in with the head first slide safely. How about that? Stolen base number 35 as he took off. Lubin was stepping on the rubber. Didn't realize Schwab took off. Then unapplied the right foot to the rubber. Looked at third base, but Schwab was in safely. He's 90 feet away, representing the winning run. As that'll bring up Alan Greer with a no balls, 1 strike count, and it looks like they might be putting him on. Ontario May coming out and pointing at first base. It doesn't look to be the case. I don't think it would be a good idea to walk Greer for Bo Brewer. Again, having a conversation with the home plate umpire and Paul Sedekase. He'll now retreat back to the third base dugout. Schwab, 90 feet away. Tremendous base running. 2 stolen bases in this inning has turned a single into 3 bags. Lubin from the stretch, first base side. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. The pitch on the way. Swinging a line shot, foul off to the right side. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Greer, 31 RBIs on the year. 2nd on the team in that category. None more important than the potentiality of RBI number 2, which stands in the cleats of Caden Schwab, 90 feet away. Lubin from the stretch. Fires the 0-2 on the way, swinging a pop-up slicing out of play to the right side. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. If we head to the top of the 10th inning, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Trappers. Richard Williams, Bennett Osborne, and Patrick Connor. Infield back with 2 outs, increasing their range. Schwab takes a walking lead from third base. Lubin again from the stretch. Former teammates battling it out here in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-2, swinging a line drive into the dugout. As a couple of Sabre Dogs duck out of the way to avoid a line shot to the face. No one hit on that one. That's the good news. As The count holds at no balls and 2 strikes. Greer saw that one very deep right there. Again, just trying to protect. Lubin very deceptive with that submarine windup. Game was tied on the Miller 2-run shot a couple moments ago. Sabre Dogs and hit away from a win. Lubin from the stretch. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a line-off foul to the right side again. Count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. Looked like a slider right there running off the plate. Greer almost stepped over to get a piece of that and spoil it foul. Again, Bo Brewer on deck. 4-4 ball game. Bottom of the 9th inning here at Corbett Field. Sabre Dogs looking for their first walk-off win of the year. Lubin from the stretch. 0-2. Fastball well outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. You got to remember, too, any pitch that gets by Adams to the backstop very likely wins this game for the Sabre Dogs as well, especially with Schwabe's speed 90 feet away. Lubin comes set again. Gritty at-bat here between him and Greer. Here's his 1-2 on the way. Fastball outside, ball 2. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs. Shortstop Connor ranging up the middle with the right-hander and Greer up at the plate. So any ground ball to his pull side more than likely gets through. Don't usually see an infield shift a right-handed hitter to hit it to the right side. Moving from the stretch, 2-2 on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. He spoils it once again. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This at-bat, this 1v1 battle between Lubin and Greer, personifying this inning, this series in general, and ultimately this entire season for the Sabre Dogs, where we've seen wild game night in and night out. Lubin Pearson again, first base side, righty on right. He's set at the belt. His 2-2 on one more time. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Greer went out after a slider outside of the zone for strike 3. Lubin fired up, pounding his chest as he walks off the mound, as this keeps this game tied at 4 apiece. But the Sabre Dogs able to tie it up here in the bottom of the 9th inning thanks to the 2-run home run from Drew Miller. Let's head to the top of the 10th. Free baseball here. So we're going to see a new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs, but for the Trappers, they'll start off with Braden Cordes at second base, representing the go-ahead run. And again, it will be actually Daniel Sharon coming out for his 3rd inning of work when we come back.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. We got free baseball here for you, top of the 10th inning. 4-4 ball game after the Sabre Dogs have tied it up on the 2-run blast from Drew Miller. Braden Cordes will be placed on second base with the extra innings rules in play here. Sabre Dogs will also start their bottom of the 10th inning with a runner on second base, which will be Alan Greer, which is great news with his speed. Third baseman bowling in front of the bag at third, ready for a bunt. So is Brewer at first. Richard Williams at the plate, shows bunt early. Sharon out for inning number 3 of work. His pitch is a breaking ball, top of the zone, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Second extra innings ball game of the week here for the Sabre Dogs. 1 in extras on Sunday, 15-12 over Fremont. Sharon looks in for the sign. Cordes good speed at second base, representing that go-ahead run. 4-4 top of the 10th. Williams shows bunt again. The 0-1 is bunted back to the mound, fielded by the pitcher in Sharon. Sets his feet, throws to first base. That's in time to retire Williams for out number 1. Sacrifice bunt. No at-bat recorded for Williams. 1-3 put out as that pushes Cordes over to second base. So here's the top of the order. Bennett Osborne to the plate. And we might see a substitution right here as Monterio May is coming out to the home plate umpire and Paul Sedicase, which likely suggests we may be seeing a pinch hitter right here. And again, due up is the top of the order in Bennett Osborne. At least for now. No one coming up, however, at this point. So Colin Hannigan will walk out to the mound to talk to Sharon while the Trappers wait for that ever so important batter to walk out to the batter's circle. 4-4, top of the 10th inning as here does come that bat. It's going to be a right-handed hitter here for the Trappers. Looks like it's going to be Brock Reinhardt, who's in fact a lefty, excuse me. I've seen him catch the last couple of nights. Was in right field, in fact, last night. In this series so far is 4 for 8 with 2 RBIs, hitting .307. No homers, 13 RBIs, so a good man to have at the dish right here. We saw him in right field tonight, so he very likely will resume in the game in left field for Bennett Osborne. Infield drawn in, looking to cut down the run at the plate. Once again, that's Cordes, who started on second. Advanced to third in the sacrifice bunt from Williams. Sharon's first pitch, fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 4 runs, 11 hits, an error for the Trappers. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Souris Valley. Sabre Dogs looking for the sweep. Trappers looking to pick up a big, big win here on the road. Sharon from the stretch. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Fastball running away from the left-handed swinging Reinhardt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 up for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 10th inning. As we mentioned, Greer will be at second base. Bro Brewer will lead off, followed by Justin Cooper and Colin Hannigan. Sharon set at the belt. Infield once again drawn in. He kicks and delivers. Low 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 out. And it is ultra important that Sharon picks up an out via a strikeout, a pop-out, or a ground ball right to one of his infielders here. And cannot let Cordes score from third base, who's 90 feet away, representing the go-ahead run here in the top of the 10th. Sharon stares into the fingers of his catcher, Hannigan. Now comes setting an agreement at the belt. His 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a pop-up off to the left side, out of play. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was quite an intense and a quality at-bat we saw between Lubin and Alan Greer to conclude the bottom of the 9th inning. Alan Greer battling off a plethora of tough pitches. Ended up chasing a 2-2 breaking ball well out of the strike zone. Sharon from the stretch. His 1-2 again. Swinging a pop-up straight back in, out of play. Count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Action in the Sabre Dogs pen. Someone starting to stretch. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, a right-hander up in their pen down the left field line. Arms left to right in the outfield. Schwabe, Anderson, and Greer. Sharon tilts in for the sign. Cordes takes his lead from third base. He's set from the stretch. Sharon kicks and fires. The 1-2 on the way. Fastball up and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sharon, a little 360 spin right there, upset with himself, missing up and away. Sharon tugs his right foot into the rubber, plants his left foot right in front of him here. Glove tucked into his chest, ball dangling in his right hand as he peers into his catcher and Hannigan one more time. Reinhardt straight up stands from the left side, awaits. The 2-2 on the way from Sharon. Fastball, strike! 3 called at the knees. A huge strikeout for Daniel Sharon is that is out number 2 and holds Cordes at third base. Daniel Sharon, an out away from getting out of the runner on second base. Nobody out jam. Frozen with a fastball at the knees. Reinhardt was not happy with the home plate umpire in Sedicase. But the good news is for the Sabre Dogs is the infield can play back, increasing their range. Patrick Connor to the plate. Going to take a base hit or a ball to the backstop to give the Trappers the lead. Sharon's first pitch. Breaking ball. Floats over the top of the zone. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And obviously, if the Sabre Dogs could put a 0 on the board here and start with Alan Greer at second base with nobody out in the bottom of the 10th representing the go-ahead run, their chances of walking off increase dramatically. Sharon ahead, no balls, 1 strike. He kicks and fires, pitch in the way, breaking ball, misses upstairs. Count now falls even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Eric Mast, the center fielder, on deck. Connor has one hit today. That was a single. Back to open up the third inning. Sharon pauses at the belt. Hannigan sets up low. The 1-1. Fastball runs inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Just when we think we've saw the best ball game of the year, a couple days ago, Sabre Dogs say, no, we'll raise you. Another dramatic game tonight. The 2-1, swinging a line drive, right field, slicing away from Alan Greer. It will slice foul off the warning track for strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We saw a 15-12, 11-inning win over the Moo back on Sunday. A dramatic win, or dramatic loss, I should say, against Sioux Falls 2 Sundays before that. Here we are tied at 4, top of the 10th. Go-ahead run at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out as Sharon looks to keep this game tied heading to the last of the 10th. Connor digs back into the right-handed hitter's batter's box. Sharon set at the belt. His 2-2 again, swinging a chopper down the third base side and foul. Count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody on their feet here at the ballpark at Corbett Field, clapping their hands. It seems like ever since Miller's home run ball landed about 560,000 feet over that right field wall. Sharon tilts in again, righty on right. Go-ahead run 90 feet away. He's set, pauses at the belt. His 2-2 pitch one more time. Fastball outside, ball 3. Count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, you don't necessarily have to challenge Connor here. You have first base open, but the 3-hole hitter in Eric Mast is on deck. Again, infield back with 2 outs. Increase of range. Outfield straight up. Sharon set at the belt. Kicks and delivers the payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up straight back. Count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sun continues to sit at the ballpark. Just a squeak of sunshine left on the horizon, fading from blue to orange here. Lights shining bright. One of the most intense spots of this season for Souris Valley. Sharon shakes off once, now twice. Now nods his head in agreement with Hannigan. He comes set of the belts. His payoff pitch again. Swinging a soft line drive center field. That is down for a base hit. Coming around to score from third is Cordes. And the Trappers take a 5-4 lead here in the top of the 10th inning. Tip your cap to Patrick Connor, who had the at-bat of this ball game, battling pitch after pitch after pitch, fighting off a fastball in the inside corner and muscling it into shallow center field for a base hit. That's his 3rd RBI of the year, his 2nd hit of the night. So the Trappers once again take a 5-4 lead. So here comes Eric Mast. The Sabre Dogs will now be playing to at least tie in the bottom of the 10th when they start off with Alan Greer at second base. Sharon from the stretch. Kicks and delivers, pitch on the way, breaking ball, misses down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here with 2 outs. Your line score now, 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Trappers, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. Sharon peers in, comes set at the belt, behind 1-0 here on Mast. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, big rip from the Trappers center fielder for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Adams, the catcher, the cleanup hitter. Looming on deck is a left-hander. Make that a right-hander, continues to warm up down to the Trappers bullpen. Connor takes his lead from first base. Sharon leans in and comes set at the belt one more time. 5-4 Trappers, top of the 10th, 2 away. 1-1, fastball, knee-high, middle third of the plate, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mast hitting .254 coming into this contest, a homer and 13 RBIs. Sharon looking for that ever so important strike 3. He's set from the stretch. Kicks and fires the 1-2. Up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Trappers have outscored the Sabre Dogs so far by 1. 5-4 lead. They've out-hit the Sabre Dogs 12-7 as well. Not a big lead at first base by Connor, who has both hands on his knees, likely not going anywhere. Sharon at the belt again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sharon Kicks, fires, the 2-2 on the way, swinging a soft ground ball right side. Cooper ranging to his right, shovels to the shortstop, and McGran, who covers the second base bag, and that's in time for the 4-6 fielder's choice to retire the side. But the Trappers pick up 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, no runners left on. They now lead 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 10th. The Sabre Dogs will start with the speedy Alan Greer at second base and sit up the league-leading Expedition League hitter and Bo Brewer with a chance to tie this game up, if not win it all. 5-4 Trappers as we head to the bottom of the 10th.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life. In times like these, it's good to...
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with dollar dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, dollar hot dogs on June 29th. Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with dollar dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, dollar hot dogs on June 29th.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know?
Bottom half over the 10th inning, 5-4, Trappers lead. Trappers looking to slam the door, but it's not going to be easy with Alan Greer at second base representing the tying run. 3, 4, and 5 due up here against Joseph Bramani as he looks to pick up his first save. This is second outing as he tossed just 1 inning. That came against the Sabre Dogs in the 20th, where he struck out 1 batter and gave up 2 hits. Here's Bo Brewer. 5-4 Trappers, bottom of the 10th. Bramani kicks and tosses first pitch. Is a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. It'll be Brewer, Cooper, Hannigan. Brewer hitless tonight so far. Greer takes a shuffling lead from second. Bramani from the stretch, first base side. Kicks and fires the 0-1. Fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Daniel Sharon was a strike away from getting out of that top of the 10th inning without allowing a run, but after an incredible at-bat by Patrick Connor, who muscled a single into center field to bring home Braden Cordes, the Trappers were able to take a 5-4 lead. Greer takes his lead again. Bramani from the stretch, the 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Again, nobody out, and the catcher and Adams will go out and talk to Bramani here. Base hit of any sort likely scores Greer from second base, who has electrifying speed, and you know he'll be running harder than ever if Bo Brewer can reach the outfield. Brewer has 1 home run as well. That came a couple weekends ago over against Spearfish here at Corbett Field. A home run would win it here in the bottom of the 10th as he represents the winning run. Bramani from the stretch, first base side. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, a fastball upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. And there's 2 ways to look at a potential walk right here. 1, it sets up the double play for the Trappers, but 2, it puts the winning run at first base with good speed and sets up a perfect bunting situation for Justin Cooper, who's on deck and has good speed as well. 3-run from Bramani is a fastball that misses outside, 4 ball 4. So Brewer will open up the inning with a 5-pitch walk. Double play is in order, as we mentioned, but Brewer represents run number 6 for the Sabre Dogs. And if he can circle the bases, that would win this ball game for Souris Valley. So we'll see if Miklos puts the bunt on right here. Third baseman Cordes and first baseman Perez drawn in front of their respective bags, ready for it. We'll see if Trappers maybe even want to run a wheel play right here to try and nab Greer at third base. Here's the first pitch. Cooper shows bunt, pulls back, takes a fastball up and away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Does not look like the wheel play is on. The third baseman Cordes at a 45-degree angle, so he can still have an eye on Greer in his peripheral position. Just peripheral vision to make that, just in case he steals, but also in a good position to field a bunt. Bermani from the stretch. Here's his 1-0 on the way. Cooper shows bunt again, pulls back. Fastball upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Here with nobody out. Hitter's count for Cooper. We'll see if Miklos wants to keep the bunt on right here. Again, should get a good pitch, especially since Cooper showing bunt before, handing it out to Bermani and the Trappers. So they're going to want to throw it over the plate right here. He shows bunt. 2-0 is bunted down the third base line with some spin on it as it rolls foul. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Cooper will have to head back to first base. And again, that one had some English on it, rolling and twisting down the third base line, checked up a little bit, which if it stayed fair could have helped Cooper out just a little bit because it would have forced the catcher and Adams to make that play. Cooper still ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike. Greer the tying run at second base. Brewer the winning run at first. The 2-1. Cooper shows bunt again, pulls back for a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So here's where we're going to see if Alex Miklos is going to keep the bunt on. He did give Cooper the international sign for swing right there, so you got to imagine Cooper is not bunting here with 2 strikes. Greer takes his lead from second, Brewer from first, Bermani from the stretch. 2-2 on the way. Misses outside for ball 3, gets away from the catcher, and Adams rolls to his right. Greer to third, standing up. Brewer right behind him. The tying run is now 90 feet away. The winning run at second base on a pass ball, and more notably, that takes the double play out of order as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wouldn't be surprised if they just put Cooper on right here to sit up a force at all bags, given that his run doesn't matter. The only one that means the most is Brewer at second. Bermani from the stretch. 3-2. Fastball. Is a strike at the top of the zone for strike 3. Brewer puts both hands on his helmet in demise as that pitch was a little bit upstairs, but Paul Sedekase rung him up for out number 1. So here comes Colin Hannigan, arguably the hottest hitter on this ball club. 1 for 3 today. Has come up clutch so many times this season. The 2-run triple in Sioux Falls. The 3-run home run in Fremont on Sunday. How about a clutch moment in front of the Sabre Dogs faithful here at Corbett Field? Infield drawn all the way in, lessening their range. Second and third, 1 away. Pitch on the way. Fastball sails upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Greer at third base, the tying run. Brewer at second, the winning run. 1 out. Bermani from the stretch, kicks and delivers the 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meanwhile, Dalton Bowling, the third baseman, looms on deck. 5-4. Trappers, your score. The big bang, the 2-run home run from Drew Miller in the bottom of the 9th inning to tie this game as the Sabre Dogs were down to their final 2 outs. Now down to their final 2 outs again. The 1-1 is a fastball that just misses outside, ball 2. Count moves in the favor of Hannigan. 2 balls, 1 strike. And you got to imagine that if this ball hits the outfield turf, Bo Brewer will be running as fast as he ever has. Ready to go here with 1 out. Big lead for him with the infield drawn in. The 2-1. Fastball upstairs, ball 3. Count now runs in the favor of Hannigan. 3 balls and 1 strike. He's in the driver's seat right here. A chance to tie, if not win. Outfield playing fairly shallow, trying to throw out a runner on the plate on a shallow fly ball, but that's Alan Greer at third base with tremendous speed. The 3-1. Fastball up and away for ball 4. The bases are packed for Dalton Bowling here in the bottom of the 10th inning with the winning run in scoring position. Bowling drove in the first run of the game back in the 4th with a sac fly. All he needs to do is elevate a pitch right here to tie this ball game up. Now for the Trappers, the positive of that walk, if you want to take one, is that there's a force at all bags with 1 out. Double play is absolutely in order, and if they can turn it, they would win this ball game. 5-4, bottom of the 10th. Does not get any better than this. Righty on right, Bermani from the first base side. Kicks and delivers. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Bramani struggling with that fastball command here tonight. Again, a lot of pitches missing up and out of the strike zone. Bowling swinging a black Victus with a reflective logo. As he digs back at the right-hander's batter's box, the 1-0. Fastball upstairs, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count for the Sabre Dogs third baseman. He's driven in 12 runs on the year, 3 in this series. Greer at third, Brewer at second base, Hannigan at first, 5-4 Trappers lead, 1 out, bottom of the 10th. Bramani from the stretch, fans into it one more time, the 2-0. Fastball gets away from the catcher Adams, here comes Greer to the plate, the flip to the pitcher Bramani, tag applied is going to be in time! Over to third goes Brewer, into second goes Hannigan, and the entire Sabre Dogs dugout is shouting at Paul Sedicase. As it was a close play at the plate, Greer went with the swim move, sliding to the inside part of the home plate. And again, this glanced off the glove of Adams, didn't roll too far behind him, about 3 or 4 feet behind him. With a lot of poise, he flipped to the pitcher and Bramani covering. The throw beat Greer. The question is, did he get around the slide or not? 3 balls, no strikes, the count now with 2 outs. Brewer, the tying run at third. Hannigan, the winning run at second. Trappers, a win away from a ginormous victory. Bramani now steps off, going to reset here. On deck is going to be Gunnar McGran. He's picked up 2 hits in each of his last 2 at-bats. Bowling likely taking all the way in a situation of this caliber. The 3-0, fastball, up and away, 4-4, so Bowling will take the walk. That once again loads the bases. Here with 2 outs, and that brings up Gunnar McGran, who came up with a huge base hit back in the 9th inning, as we'll see a meeting at the mound between this entire Trappers infield. Meanwhile, Alex Miklos will walk to his new shortstop, and Gunnar McGran, who just arrived a couple of days ago, to have a conversation with him. Now, McGran, we mentioned, had a huge hit back in that 9th inning. The Sabre Dogs were down to their final 2 outs. The bases were empty. He had a single into left center field to bring the tying run to the plate in Drew Miller. Then Drew Miller, of course, would hit that mammoth 2-run drive to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th. For a kid who many haven't even heard the name of here in Minot, as he just arrived about 48 hours ago, has an opportunity to have this city fall in love with him tonight. Bottom of the 10th inning, 5-4 Trappers lead. The bases are loaded. Brewer again, the tying run 90 feet away. Hannigan, the winning run at second base. McGran digs into the left-hander's batter's box. The first pitch, fastball, top of the strike zone, 0-1 the count. And there's a lot of fury in the first base dugout for the Sabre Dogs right now. All of them on the front railing, ready to storm the field. A base hit likely wins it, especially with everybody going on contact and 2 outs. Hannigan at second, Brewer at third, Bowling at first. The 0-1 pitch, fastball, top of the zone, inside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, and the Sabre Dogs find themselves down to their final strike. 5-4 Trappers, bottom of the 10th inning. Bramati, glove tucked into his hip, ball twirling behind his back as he awaits his sign from his catcher in Adams. He gets it. Kicks, fires, the 0-2 on the way, swinging a pop-up straight back. McGran stays alive at no balls and 2 strikes. For Bramati, who had really been struggling with his command earlier on in this inning, a big adjustment, getting ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. Everybody rises to their feet here at Corbett Field. Bramani from the stretch again. The 0-2 one more time. Fastball up and away, gets away from the catcher Adams again. The first base dugout's calling for a balk, and that's going to be the case. Tony Archina all over it as he points Bo Brewer to home plate. He will score, and we are tied at 5. You should have seen the dugout react as they hopped out over the railing, screaming for the balk. Archina in agreement, pointed Brewer to home, and we are tied at 5. My goodness, what a ball game. I believe the count should be 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't believe that pitch counted right there as the balk was called. Hannigan now 90 feet away, the go-ahead and a winning run. At second base is Dalton Bowling. 2 strikes here on Gunnar McGran. Drew Miller does loom on deck here if they do put McGran on, and it looks like the count is 1-2. The home plate umpire, Paul Sedekase, signaling towards the first base dugout, saying 1 ball, 2 strike count as the balk was called on that pitch, meaning the play doesn't count. And excuse me, now time being called. The home plate umpire, Sedekase, again pointing a 1 and a 2 to the third base dugout. He points it up now, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes, even though our scoreboard says 2-2. Winning run 90 feet away. It's Colin Hannigan. 5-5, bottom of the 10th. The 1-2 to McGran. Swinging a line drive, right center field. Williams on his horse. This one's down for a base hit. Hops over the wall. Hannigan will score. Gunnar McGran, the hero, in his first Sabre Dog start as Souris Valley comes back. Down 4-2 in the 9th. Down 5-4 in the 10th. A 2-run, make that an RBI walk-off single for Gunnar McGran as there is a party of navy blue Sabre Dogs jerseys in right center field. My goodness, what a victory! The Sabre Dogs down to their final out multiple times in the last 2 frames as McGran picks up his 3rd hit in his many plate appearances. His first RBI in a Sabre Dogs uniform, and it is arguably going to be his biggest this season. What a way to introduce yourself to Minot, North Dakota. Sabre Dogs win it 6-5. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 10th inning as they pick up their first walk-off win of the year and now move to 23-9 on the year. The Trappers fall to 9-21. We got a lot to cover on the post-game show tonight. We're going to bring up Gunnar McGran, tonight's hero, to the booth when we come back.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off.
Welcome back to Corbett Field with our player of the game. This was an easy decision tonight as the Sabre Dogs win 6-5 in dramatic fashion after walking it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. Gunnar McGrand, you may have not heard the name before he arrived to Minot just a couple days ago. Made his debut last night, gets his first start of the year this evening. Let's walk through every single one of your hits. So your first at-bat, they're shifting on you with 2 strikes. They play over to the right side of the infield. You push one by him, adjusting your approach. Second at-bat, they're shifting on you again. Push it to the left side. That's a big hit because that set up the Drew Miller game-tying home run in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Walk me through your approach tonight.
Just trying to see as many pitches as I can. This is only my second game in, so trying to get adjusted coming into Minot. Back home, we got a saying, base hits are in, so that's what I was thinking tonight.
Base hits are in. That's the case. He had 3 of them tonight. The third one, the biggest. You come up in the bottom half of the 10th inning, down 5-4 at the time. Quite a chaotic at-bat. First the balk. That happens. Then you fall behind, no balls, 2 strikes. You're battling off a couple of tough pitches. Then you get a pitch over the heart of the plate, and you smack it into right center field for technically a ground rule double. Walk me through your approach in that bat and how that felt as you saw it drop in for a base hit.
Right there, base hit gets us back in the game, down 2. The balk was huge. That gave us a lot of momentum, gave me a lot of confidence going in there, knowing I just got to put the ball in play and let things happen.
Have you ever had a bigger hit in your life, a clutcher hit in your life?
I have not. That's definitely the first walk-off I've had, and I'm glad it was here.
Well, hopefully the first of many in a Souris Valley Sabre Dogs uniform. So as I mentioned, you arrived to Minot 2 days ago. When you were driving or flying over here, could you envision yourself in your first Sabre Dogs start picking up a hit of that caliber?
Honestly, I did not. I thought, I'd come in here. Dogs are rolling, so I thought, wait, get a couple games in, then I'll work my way in the lineup. So that's huge. Had a fun time doing it. So.
No doubt about that. Once again, your MVP of the game, Gunnar McGrand. 3 hits, helped generate the game-tying home run from Drew Miller and walks it off with an RBI base hit into the gap in deep right center field. Sabre Dogs win it 6-5, their first walk-off win of the year. They have now taken 5 series in a row, 6-0 against the Trappers this season as they pick up their 4th series sweep of the campaign. They'll be right back at it tomorrow, 7:05, first pitch for Game 1 of 3 against the Fremont Moo. We'll be right back at it here on Mixer and YouTube. Gunnar, thank you so much. Good work tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.